Hey, welcome to another episode of Culturally Rooted. You got myself, Malcolm, a.k.a. Superman, and a very special guest. Special guest.
Yes, sir.
You know, blessed
Legend.
us.
One more special.
Blessed
People are going to ask if I rode a
Blessed us.
shorter
The
bus,
legend.
guys.
With his appearance,
The legend.
Big Budah.
Que special.
You got
Let's go.
to his left, obviously, got Cuzzo,
Bula.
and then to his left, Brum.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
You know what
Well, again, we'd like to just dive in.
Yes.
Thanks for having me, guys. I
no.
really have been excited.
Appreciate it, man.
Been following you guys, and I saw the stuff you guys did with Ana Lea. Man, it's crazy. You guys were just so not as open as I thought you used to be around her. I'm just. Can I just say a fact? I'm just saying. I mean, I know how y'all are. No, I'm just saying. I know how you guys are, but all of us like. But seriously though,
right.
like,
You right.
if you write a song,
You
are you okay
right.
giving it away? No, I'm just saying the way y'all ask questions. You know, that's all. It was nice. It was cute.
Yeah, you
Cute.
right.
It was
Thank
cute.
you. We appreciate that.
Yeah, but I do follow y'all.
Yeah.
And I appreciate what you guys are doing. Seriously,
Hey,
appreciate it.
man.
Thanks for having me.
No, thank you. Again, well, we just like to start from the beginning. And if you could just please take us through your journey through your upbringings.
As far as you can go back,
Come on,
Buddha.
Buddha. Culturally rooted. We want Buddha's
Everybody
roots.
knows who you are, but
They see
you know
the
we
TV
didn't know the
host.
story. so
They
we're
see
gonna
the
take
radio.
you- Yeah.
We want the Buddha that nobody
There you
knows
go.
about.
Oh, caro fight. Well, only the bishop knows that real one. Anyway, don't explain your life.
No, please explain your life.
My parents, Lisi and Lisong. This is another weird thing about us Polynesian people. When we introduce ourselves, we always like to talk about our parents.
That's
You know,
right.
I'm the son
No,
of.
that's
So
the start.
Big facts.
I'll start from there. My grandparents, just this weekend we had our reunion. Yeti Taya Teo and Lolini Moiai. Those are my grandparents. My dad is number 11 of 14 kids. I'm a product. So he married my mom, Lisi Ama, and together they had 6 kids. I'm the oldest of 6. It's a kind of a, not really a blended family, but my dad had older siblings. When they passed away, they left behind kids.
Okay.
So some of their sons, they came and they lived with us. So, you know, when I could understand thought, I had a brother. You know, I didn't know any different, you know, until
That's just how
you
it
grow
was.
up and they're like, oh, by the way, that brother of yours is actually your first cousin.
That
And,
makes
you know,
sense. That makes sense.
So-
That's a poly thing. That's a poly
that's a
thing.
common thing, right?
I think that's a
Sometimes-
common thing for our people.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because if you, I don't know who said it, but somebody said if you share a bowl of saimingi, I guess we're
That's
related
family.
or something. Yeah.
Hey, that's very true.
That's-
Hey, that's how we
facts.
say it, man. You
That's
know,
facts.
blood.
I don't know if that counts when you're dating, but anyway, that's. I'm just.
Oh.
I heard it somewhere. I'm just repeating what I heard.
Good thing I went Mexican.
Anyway.
I went somewhere else.
It's a different
I went to
family.
the spicy.
I eat tofu.
I'm with you.
I was eating tofu. Anyway, don't explain it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Buddha, come on.
I was
Let's get back on.
So, you know, I was born in San Bruno in the Bay Area.
Okay.
When I was about 2 months old, and my parents moved us to Southern California because my grandparents were coming from Samoa, and they were one of the first non-whites to live in Park Village in Compton, California. My grandparents were very fair-skinned. They could pass as albino Mexicans, if you will, but because nobody really
okay.
knew what Polynesians were back then.
That's
This
right.
is back in the 60s and
Okay.
70s,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, teacher. Okay.
So again, they were one of the first non-white to move into Park Village, and some people would say, "Well, there goes the neighborhood."
yeah,
But
no, that's a crazy. Yeah.
but still, I mean, Compton became what Compton is, what we know and love because of NWA and all of that. It did become that under our watch, not under our watch, but right before our eyes. Right, we lived there and it happened. We saw the fires.
change
We saw
and
the
everything.
change. You know, the social economic change. So living in Compton, we moved all around. Lived in a city called Cudahy, close to Southgate. And at the age of 12, I'm 12 going on 13, my parents decide that we're going to go to Samoa and work for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and in the church educational system. So my dad was a seminary teacher for the first year in Pesenga. He and I went, and my mom and my sister stayed behind. And after that year, we then moved to Viola in Savai'i, the Big Island, and my dad was the principal, and that's where I finished high school. So my formidable years were mostly in Samoa. After that, I went straight into an LDS mission like everybody does.
Wait, Buddha, hold up. We going over this fast. Well, I just want to ask, like, So you were in Cali.
Uh-huh.
You go to back to Samoa. Explain the culture shock, bro. Like
Oh,
you know you Samoan, but you now you
I didn't
really
speak.
learn.
Oh,
Right.
But you were young, what?
Great
2
question.
months?
12.
12?
13.
So 2 months we moved from Bay Area
That's
to
right.
Southern California,
Wow.
and then at 12
Great
going on
question.
13 we moved to Samoa. Culture shock. So as you heard, I said Compton, so nobody's
Yeah.
living high life in Compton.
No, I feel you.
So everybody's poor. We're living like everybody else.
You thought you were poor until you went back to Samoa.
Exactly. But we're on the system. We got welfare checks. We got food stamps.
Things coming.
5-pound government cheese. You know that kind
Okay.
of stuff. So again, we are poor.
That's right.
But we're not broke, right?
Ooh.
So as we're living this life, we think we're okay. Nothing's wrong. You go to Samoa and you don't have electricity.
Boy.
You don't have running water.
Man.
You don't have the comforts, like the everyday things that you would
That's
think
right.
butter. You just go to
That's
the fridge
right.
here in America. There's butter
That's
there.
right.
Or if you're Polynesian, it's in a bowl outside on the fridge and nobody's touching. Anyway, whatever. It's all melted.
Paper
It's great.
napkin
Whatever.
over it.
Whatever. I said what I said. Whatever. It's not my house only. That y'all know that. But you know what I mean? Those simple
true.
things
Those
that
things.
we just took for granted in America, like a fridge. We didn't have a fridge.
Ooh, man, hey, he's dropping.
Hey,
We
what,
didn't
what
right
year
now.
is this, Buddha? What year
80,
is this?
84.
84.
84. Think about where you guys were at 84. It's modern living. Even if you guys weren't alive, which I know you guys were probably just swimming around somewhere. But I'm just saying, if you
I was swimming in Tonga.
Hey.
Is what he's trying to say. That's
Or somewhere
you
else.
guys and millions of other of your friends. But what I'm saying is, you know, if you think about what America was at 84, it was modern living.
Yeah, you were lying.
Compared to how Tonga
Back in
and
the
Samoa
island.
was, because I was in Samoa, but I gotta believe that my brothers and sisters in Tonga were not any different.
Oh yeah.
You know
You
what I'm
guys were
saying?
probably more
Hey, that's
upgraded than
true.
Tonga for real.
no, that's true.
No,
though.
but you know, we're living in the islands.
no,
you know,
you're
this
right. No
island
matter
life.
what,
Islands
island
are
life is
different.
island
Yeah.
life.
And
That's
that whole
crazy.
thing was a culture shock.
How
too.
long did you stay in Samoa?
So I was there my last part of so I was there as a sophomore, junior, graduated as a senior.
Oh, so you
went
went
on
there
my
for
mission.
Dang.
Yeah.
Oh, so you went out there, graduated, and went on your mission. Where'd you go on your mission?
I served in Samoa. So you know that whole thing when the church changed the age over to 18 and everybody's like,
yeah.
woo! We were already doing that in Tonga and Samoa and
Oh,
Fiji
guaranteed.
and all the third world countries.
Already.
Yeah, when that was, while you guys were celebrating America, everybody else was like, okay,
That's
we've
not
been
new to
doing
us.
that. Yeah, we've been doing that, guys.
Hey, that's
man.
real
Right
fact.
after high
Hey,
school,
that's real
you
facts.
serving, huh? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So America really just caught up to the rest of the world is what it was, you know. So
Break that feeling down though. Like the kids in Samoa, did they treat you as an outcast? Because, oh, here comes the Palangi guy. He's from California.
it was a little bit of both, right?
Oh, really?
They wanted to talk to the kid from America because maybe he
They
had
wanna
cool
learn
fashion,
something.
some
Yeah.
cool
They
wanna
slang.
learn
How do we
some-
talk to American girls? You know, it was that kind of thing, right?
Okay.
And then it was also like, wait, what do you mean you can't speak Samoan? You know, like, how are you Samoan? You know, they were like, if I make yourself my Samoan, I can't eat over. Samoan. How are you Samoan, but you can't speak Samoan?
I feel you.
I was born in America. I was, you know, I'm logical. Like, I was born in America. Yeah, but your mom and daddy Samoan.
I know.
You know? Yeah. Well, you should
Yeah.
talk to. I said I understand.
Right.
You know, but I couldn't speak, and that was one thing that I really was jealous of our Mexican brothers and sisters. If you guys remember any Mexican
Oh, they can speak both.
friend that you grew up with, boy or girl,
yeah.
they were fluent.
You ain't
They
lying.
just were.
You ain't lying.
It was just crazy, and I always
That's
thought to myself, how come we're not like
Real
that?
talk.
Exactly.
You know, and maybe that's why we don't have our own TV stations. Maybe that's why we don't have our own radio station.
Oh, we're gonna get into that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
No,
just,
we
I'm
gonna get
just
into
saying.
that. No, you
Do you know
right.
what I'm saying?
Hey, we're gonna get into that.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
They've done it, and I don't know if one correlates to another.
Okay.
But they all, I'm not meaning it disparagingly. I'm so proud of our Hispanic heritage brothers and sisters because they speak their
You ain't
language.
lying.
And,
Embraced
and I'm going to
it,
say this
yeah.
too. I know more Tongans that speak Tongan than Samoans that speak Samoan. That's just in my circle. Hopefully, it's not that way all around the world
see
because
what
we
you
all
mean.
need to keep our culture alive.
For sure.
Sorry, I didn't mean
No,
to
no, no,
detract
no,
from the
no,
question.
hey, so-
That's good. That's good.
So, like you said, you served your mission. Like, I gotta ask you this because I know maybe back then it's different than now, but I always ask missionaries when they serve their mission, like, is it the best 2 years, right? And they always give me a yes, but I know somewhere in there, you know what I mean? Like, you had to find your own testimony. So I'm gonna ask you though, Buddha, like, was serving your mission, like, were you forced to do it, or this is something Buddha wanted to do?
You know, I'll have to say it's a little bit of both, right? Because you have to remember when your parents and your leaders, drop those Easter eggs every day of your life.
right.
I hope they call me on a mission. Hey, when you're 8 years old, no, I'm just saying, they train us. They're
Your whole
teaching
life.
us our
Yeah.
whole life, so that when you get to that
Preparing
point,
us.
it's a tipping point. Right, it's a tipping point, and I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not downplaying this. They do it to a point where you, then the individual, feel like it really was your choice, when all along they'd been feeding you. Let's just keep it real.
Come on, cousin.
I'm just being honest. That's how
I like that,
I'm
boo.
not
I never heard it
detracting.
like that.
Now I'm not going to detract from my 2 years, and I will tell you this: it is the best 2 years of my life because I learned so much. I'm not talking about spiritual stuff. I learned a lot on that, but I'm talking about all the
yourself?
hard stuff that I learned that I still apply in my life. I learned
that 2 years.
I learned on those 2 years.
Important. It's important.
That's 2 years but it's not just the spiritual stuff. You got to remember there were times where you took your tie and shirt off, and you were on P Day. You learned stuff on that day too.
Yeah.
Who care if there was a pool table and a kava boat? That's not the point. The point is you're learning stuff from the real people who are the gatekeepers of the culture, boots on the ground,
I like
if you
how
will.
You say that. I like how you say
Yeah,
that.
that's facts.
I'm not saying those are the only best 2 years of my life, but
No, I
it
see.
came at a time in my life where I needed to understand my culture.
Right.
It came because remember, no, you guys don't know this. I couldn't speak a lick of Samoan before I went on my mission, and so coming home from Samoa, I was fluent. I was able to speak culture. I was able to put pieces together, pins,
Damn.
and I couldn't do that before. And so I have
you're
to say
saying that-
I gotta say, if it wasn't for that mission, I would have
Wouldn't have
never
gotten it.
learned
You
my
would've never
culture
gotten
the
it,
way
yeah.
I have it right now. Because remember, as a missionary, and Tongan missionaries can attest to this, when you're the mission, I don't know what it is about Polynesians, man, but we're like gangbangers for God. I
Real
do
talk,
not.
though. Real talk,
I'm
though.
just saying.
Facts.
Real
You
talk,
think that
though.
guy that's running around with, what? You think that guy's hard?
No. Go check
Try
us out.
going to an
Yeah.
island and telling them, oh, you know what? Our church is true. Oh, y'all gonna fight. Y'all are about to fight. Well, I don't care if you're a Wesleyana minister.
death.
We going toes.
That's right.
That's just how we
That's
work.
facts, though.
Is
That's
our.
right. That's right.
You know what I'm
Right
saying?
now,
That's
right
facts.
now.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. I'm
Okay,
just keeping it real.
all right. So after your mission, you come back to the States.
I went to American Samoa and I got my associate's degree at American Samoa Community College.
Okay.
I just okay, I got to take you back. So after my mission, I have a pivot. I go and I get my tatau. Now the story's crazy because
Gotta talk about this.
excuse me.
This is after
It's
the
crazy.
mission?
This is after the mission. So I'm getting ready to jump on the plane and go to BYU Hawaii. Like all good Mormon missionaries, we go to BYU Hawaii
island?
and
Yeah,
we go
they
get
come
half
from the
naked and we spin.
About that.
Yeah. Well, you didn't come to the meeting. Anyway, we were doing the meeting and you were kaipo somewhere. I don't know,
Somewhere
bro.
else. Yeah, he
Let's
wasn't
just-
there. He wasn't
no.
in there.
But like back then, that's what all the guys did. You graduated, did your mission after your mission. You went to BYU Hawaii, done 2 years at PCC, and then hopefully did something else. So I was trying to follow the pattern, right?
What's the plan?
So I'm getting ready to go the whole morning, do the humu, get ready, say goodbye to mom, this and that. And my dad is driving me. This dude checks me in the van. He says, I thought you said you were going to get your pill. Now you're about to jump on the plane. And now it's a 5-mile drive from the house to the main road, and then from the main road to the wharf, because we're in Savai'i.
You gotta take the boat.
I gotta take the boat. So it's another 15, 20 minutes. So this dude
He's talking to
talking
you
me
the
all
whole
the way
way.
5 miles, and I'm just like, oh my God, this guy, man.
Damn.
And Samoan, you know what that's like, man. You know what that's like to come to Jesus meeting. Oh my gosh, bro, on the 13th level.
Your
If I
dad
may
ain't-
fo-
he ain't
this-
gonna let you go.
I'll give it to you like he said it to me.
Uh-oh.
Yole, for my foot game for Carlo Peangala. For my foot get go. Yeah, ko ye le milo so like ki karang. Is me ye ko ipi afai piki pala ai. This me yeah. You told me you were gonna do it, but it's okay. So yeah, right. And so
the guilt trip.
I'm like, what is he gonna do? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just tell him what he wants to hear.
Okay, Dad, I'll
Make
get
him
it.
happy,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm about to jump on the boat. I'm gonna go to America. All right. And I said to him, "Someone, Gato, my whopping, I should go man, Dad. If only there was a tufunga ready to do it right now. this dude turned on the signal, turned into the house. My auntie, they're all waiting for me. This fool set this hold. He planned it.
He got you.
Got me.
Got him.
Got him, coach.
Got him.
Got
Good
me.
job, Dad. Good
What
job,
a smart
Dad.
man.
Yeah, he I don't know where he's at. Well, he passed away. Y'all know my dad. Y'all know I ain't lying. Okay, listen. Yeah, there's a reason why he got one eye. Anyway, so this guy had set it up. So now I'm mad, and so I'm Fali, and I'm just like, you know what? Okay, fine, let's go do this. So I'm there with the kufunga, and he's doing the same thing like he does. If you guys went to these sessions, you know, he's marking it, and he's doing this. I'm crying my eyes out because I feel like I got backed into a corner, and I got nothing else to do. So as I'm laying there, I say, my dad is like talking to me. I'm like, oh, I'm about to get up. I'm getting a bed, okay? Get away. No, I didn't do that, sorry. But I told the kufunga I was so mad. I was crying, and I'm laying there like this on my stomach with my head in my hands, and I say, Olovai vai lava. I want this to be done tonight. I said, I don't care what it takes. I said, I will die here. I said, this is what this dude wants. I'm going to give him what he wants. I want this to be done tonight. And the kufunga said, fia poco.
Yeah, that's right. Don't tell me what to do.
You think you know
I'm
better?
the one that's doing this. Don't tell me what to do.
You came to me, boy.
Yeah, all right.
How long does those usually sessions last?
It depends on you. It really depends on you, but the
How long you
kufunga
wanna
knows
sit?
he's smart. You
Yeah,
could die,
he
you know.
knows.
No,
But
that's real talk,
you have
though.
to be all brave. You go, Carlo Faye. Okay, yeah, sit down, okay? Okay, Olvia Poco, okay, sit down.
Wait, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Hey.
like,
Come on,
we
cousin.
had Lala come in, and he was kind of breaking down, like, the spiritual
important,
significance behind everything. Because he's like, I guess the dudes that are doing it now, like, he was like, if you sitting in session, like, take off your hat, you know, respect,
Yeah.
wear, like, stuff that you're supposed to wear, all these little things. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I have a why you got to go to the serious stuff already? I have a little bit of difference
Okay.
when it comes to that culture and us being the gatekeepers, and this is where I stand in the Samoan culture, right? And I don't mean any disrespect to Master Tufunga, the Suluape family, Liai Faiva, to nobody. These are your house rules, and you're allowed to do them however you want. I'm just talking about the culture from an eagle's eye point of view,
Okay,
right?
okay.
As a whole.
So we always, since the reinvention of tattooing and this new robust, to use a word, extension that everybody's getting it. Tongan, Samoans, right? There's a revival. All of a sudden, everybody's getting it, right?
Right.
So as we're talking about that, we are now also saying who can get it, who can't get it, right? Who's worthy to get it, who's get this. We are so jaded by people who get the tattoo, yet think about this, yet we will let any fool with money get him a title. That I don't understand that.
He's going off on.
I don't understand that.
Hey,
Let's
he's going
talk about
off on
it.
some
Let's
shit.
talk
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
real
I don't
talk,
understand
though.
that. You
Real
can have
talk,
you
though.
don't have to live in Samoa to have a Matai title. We want to make sure nobody ruins our tattoo culture. Nobody's supposed to get it who's not supposed to get it. Yet we are willing to just give up our darn Matai titles like that, like nothing. I said, so where's the balance in culture? I mean, think about this. The Matais make the decisions. And we just handing it out. The tattoo is nothing. The tattoo is our culture, our motifs. They are a symbol. I'm not saying they're nothing. Let me walk that back. I don't mean nothing.
Right.
No,
right.
I'm just saying,
we get what you're
look
saying.
at the difference on where we are putting our importance. Brother, I'm just saying this, you
Yeah, I
know.
got you.
We
Wow.
Samoan say, e ka ua songa imiki, e ka ua malo fie, e ka kauia kako, e whai keke, I ka ngaka lako ke maua malo fie. They're saying, we need to be careful who gets the malo fie. That's what they're saying, right? These are the Matais. Yet, they'll turn around and say, all 100 of you guys are going to get the same Matai title, and I want your votes. They don't care. There's no vetting system as long as y'all can pay. This is what I'm talking about. So as somebody, this is why when somebody talks to me about culture, this and that, and yet on the other hand, we're giving away the Matai. I'm like, bro,
Don't talk to
you
me
talking
about-
to the
Come on.
You're preaching to the choir right
there's
now.
nothing to talk about. We're not talking about anything. What are we talking about? Somebody asked me, hey, do you think Tongan should be getting the tattoo? I said, why is that important when we're giving away Matai titles? Why does that matter? This is all not going to matter when the guys that have Matai titles are all white, they're all Mexican, they're all black, they're all whatever, making the decisions for us. That's all I'm saying.
This is us.
That's all I'm saying.
This is our shit.
This is our shit.
No, this
Wow,
is exactly what we need.
So
because-
again, we can all go get Matai titles without having the tattoo. Look at that, and we can go tell guys with the tattoo what to do.
No, I don't think it should be like that.
That's
though.
what I'm
Right.
saying.
We're missing the
Do you
essence.
see what I'm
of,
saying?
man,
That's
of
what I'm
it
saying. There's a
is.
whole thing that's going on here. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not even in it, but but because I wear the uniform,
Yeah.
I can say
That's
something.
right.
Hey,
Talk about
that's
it.
exactly
That's all I'm
why.
saying.
Because when we had Lala, he's just speaking from experience of watching people receive the gift and what some symbols mean,
Yeah.
but it's different because you wear it.
Yeah, but you can also still feel the pain and the anguish that person's going through when you're in the room with them. And I will tell you this: it is a spiritual feeling when you're in there. All I'm saying is that the rules and these obstacles that we make it so difficult for us just to participate in our own stuff, we are also loosening it so much that non-Polynesians can walk in with money and get the Matai titles that we hold so desperate and dear.
That's right.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so wait. So in your opinion,
So he's trying to say,
In your
don't
opinion-
band-aid the shit. We got to fix it.
if you don't got the title, don't be rocking that shit.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna let them get the title at willy-nilly, then let them get the belt at willy-nilly. What's the difference?
If that's where we're at,
What's the difference?
they can go
Or
pay
do the
for
other
it.
way. If you're gonna fasa this, fasa that.
Okay,
That's
wait,
what I'm saying.
Wait, break that down. I always hear that fa'a more. Like,
This-
what's
the
the
stop.
fa'a? What's that?
It's the way.
The way
It
it
just
is.
means the Samoan way.
Okay.
Fakatonga, it's like fakatonga.
Oh,
When you
yeah,
guys,
that's right.
you guys say fucka everything. Fucka these, fucka that, fucka. No, sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Sorry. No,
That's the English fucker.
sorry.
That's
No,
Hawaiian.
I-
Fuck
Look,
Hawaiian.
I've only been Tongan for
Fuck
5 minutes, guys, okay? I'm just learning my culture for 5. I'm
That's
just
fucker
saying.
ofa, brother.
No, but right, you know what I'm
I got you.
So the Tongan
Fa'a
fucka
Samoa.
is our fa'a. Yeah.
Got you.
Okay.
Hey, no, but that's
Bro, fuck him and fuck them.
Sorry.
that's a dope perspective to
No,
come
for
from
real.
because we asked Lala the same thing. Like, hey, like, is that cool? Like, they accept it now, and like, kind of his answer was, yeah,
It has to mean something, though,
they
where
have.
he came
well,
from.
they get it, but then once they get it, they have to explain things because people are gonna
Well,
ask.
here's-
like, hey, what's that?
Here's
What's
the thing
mean?"
that the Tongan young men have not had to deal with that I think Samoan young men, any person before this new, not new, before the rediscovery of Tonga Tatatau, right? Before that, if you were Samoan male and you had that tattoo, for example, let's say you're in New Zealand or you're some country, not Samoa, not in the South Pacific, right? A Matai is standing up and he's by himself doing some kind of Samoan ceremony. He looks out and he sees a young man sitting there and he could see the peeking through his short. Sorry, all I'm saying is that if you have the motifs, if you have the country's uniform, just know the protocol. That's all. You don't have to be smart. You don't have to know exact. Just know the protocol. When a Matai calls you, that means your next move is grab a ear, put the ear on, and go see what the man wants. That's it.
You're called to service.
You're called to service. It's not. It's not a sign that you're going to get a Matai. These marks are only an indication of your willingness to serve your family.
To serve.
That's it.
Got you.
I'm down. You ain't down. The people that put these on are the you ain't down guys. Are the you ain't down girls. They are your frontline men and women saying you ain't down. That's really what it is. You're here to serve.
That's some shit.
Hey, so
right
really,
there.
the guy
That's
that
crazy.
has the bell should already be standing up, waiting for the dude.
Should already be standing up. Should already be there. Yep. They're their right hand man. They shouldn't
dope.
have to ask. A Matai should never have to ask. Every known male should know how to jump. That's what they say. You should know how to jump in your place.
But let's get back on track, though. Let's get back on track.
Sorry.
I love that.
So, no, that's real talk.
That's dope. Hell yeah.
So your dad gave you a guilty talk and said,
Yeah.
you promised me, son.
Yeah.
But your mama don't want you to. Are you a boy or a girl? And you said, I'm a boy, Dad. Let's go do this.
Sound like you had the
did
same
it-
talk. It's really crazy. The way your emotions.
And you did it one day, right?
No, I didn't do it in one day. I wanted to do
Oh,
it in
you
one
wanted
day,
to.
and
Oh,
the,
so
and the
you did
Tufunga
it.
said, "You feel
said-
poco don't."
Oh, that's right,
No, I
that's
was
right,
telling him,
that's right.
I don't care what it takes. I want it to be done
Right
because
now.
this guy.
That's
I don't
right.
care what
This
this
guy
guy
pissed
says.
me
I'm
off.
gonna be done
Yeah,
today,
okay.
and he just laughed. Feel poco.
Okay. So this is my next question, though, with that, though, is that you served the mission, you came home, and you got that.
Uh huh.
in the culture,
Yeah.
I know where
in
you're
the
going.
culture, tattooing is kind of bad, right? Like in the religion.
Religion
not in
or
the
culture?
Not in the culture.
Not in the culture.
Religion. In the religion, tattooing is kind of like they always
Christianity.
Tell
Let's say not religion. Let's say Christianity.
let's do that.
Let's just say Christianity.
I like
because
that.
other religions are a little different.
You're right.
So let's
Let's
just say
do
Christianity.
All right. In
Yeah.
Christianity, they tell you your body's a temple, and you shouldn't do stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Right. And like you just being off the mission, you went in there, you wanted to do it for your dad. Was there any like in your mind where you're like, man, or your mom was like, what are you doing? Or was there
be
any
honest.
guilty
She said,
conscience?
"Leroy?"
Was there any was there any guilty conscience? Is what I'm saying.
I'll be honest. No, I didn't feel some kind of way. My dad. So my dad, he was one of the first. There was two Polynesian men that graduated from Cal State Dominguez Hills. They were the first Pacific Islanders to graduate. One was a Tongan man, and the other one was Samoan man. That was my dad. So they both got bachelor's degrees and they both had master's degrees. That's why we went to Samoa. Anyway. So this guy, and the reason why I say that, I preface that to make so it gives you context of how he talks to me and how thinks I should do things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So anyway, so that all happens. Yeah, but there was a rift between culture and tradition and Christianity and church, right? The thing that I said right back to church leaders or people that would talk to me about that, they would say, your body is a temple. I would just say jokingly, because I'm a smart ass, I would say, what temple do you know does not have decorations on it? I'll wait.
Hey, what do I say too? Exact same thing.
You ain't never said
I
no,
said
Doc.
that. You would go over there and look at those.
All of a
What are
sudden, he
those?
wants a bag,
Been
Buddha.
saying this.
You outside
I've
was
been
saying your
saying
body's
that.
a temple. You
So
should
I said,
harm
look,
it.
don't put that on your skin. And I was like, nah, there's some. Obviously, you go look at the temples.
Okay, no, hey,
That-
let's
that's
get back to that.
Just the
though.
logic there. So people, I always like to
But that is kind of a small answer,
preface
though.
thing.
Like,
It is like, look, if say people say your body's a temple, I said, well, okay, if we're gonna use the temple, the actual temple that you're referring to, as an example, let's look at it. What
Chandelier.
color is Moroni?
Gold.
Is he brass or is he gold? Gold. So, just stop there. Don't. That's kind of stuff I do,
my damn
and I
phone
talk,
away. I don't even wanna eat
and I
this no
talk,
more.
and I do stuff
Okay,
like that.
okay.
Yeah. And I say, now, if you notice that, is that a star? Is that a moon? Oh my gosh, those look like decorations to me.
Hey, yo.
I'm just saying.
He on some
So
other
should
shit
I
right
decorate
now.
my body like the temple? Is what you're saying? These look like a star. These look like a moon. That's what I would say. And I just like, God made me the way I am. If He made all of these, then why isn't this putting me on my body? Me honoring Him, putting it out to Him. That's all I'm saying.
No, I get
I
that
like that.
part. No, I like that because that, like,
But-
I like to use that too because I'd be like, you got
But the
chandeliers
real-
in there, you got chairs and couches.
But the real reason why I really had the bravery to do it, because there was talk around that time when Annie Hunkin and Leonard Peters, they were both high in the church. They were getting their tatau. And that was the talk. And when I was talking about it, again, I didn't know this was all going to happen, but I had thought to myself, you know what? That's freaking amazing. I'm going to want to do that now because he did it. And he didn't have any trouble with the church. That was, man, isn't that crazy? All of this talk about culture and this, the only thing I was afraid of and worried about was my mom and the way the church saw me.
That's
that was
really
it.
what it'd be like.
Hey,
too.
That
that's
really
what
was.
is,
It
You know what I'm
was.
saying, cousin?
Anytime you get tatted up, those are the first two things.
I
that
had
come to your
people. I had
mind.
leadership. I had leadership from Australia, from the Area 70, come and interview me because people were gossiping and they were telling, yeah, this guy's the state president's son and he's getting a da 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 da. So they interviewed me. President Banks, he came down and he interviewed me. Shout out to President
What?
Banks. Yeah, he interviewed me and asked me, what are your desire of this tattoo? And I told him exactly why I wanted to do it. The love of my culture. This is way before
No, that makes sense.
before
yeah.
I got punked.
Yeah.
You know, as we're doing an interview and doing all this stuff. Yeah. So he said to me, I'm going to be honest with you. There's really nothing in the handbook.
No, hey, that's
He said
facts,
that to me. He
though.
said, I'll be honest, yeah, there's really nothing in the handbook. We just,
You ain't lying.
we don't want you to decorate your body with things that may not be pleasing to the eye. Like a naked woman, you know? Be smart. You're around kids, you know? Or
You just, hey, no,
or
hey, but hold
piece of
on.
anatomy.
No, hey, you just messed my head up because I like how you said you flipped it like that and said, as long as not nothing disrespectful like tattoos, right? Because to me, I just thought tattoos, period, right? Like when I first got my mom's name on my neck, the first thing my mom wanted to do was iron it off. She was like, "I'm gonna iron that off because that's the
Stupid.
Yeah,
That's they
'Cause that's the
they
first thing
love
she
that
said.
word,
Yeah,
man.
That's the first thing she said. She said, "Your body's a temple. You shouldn't be doing that, right?" But that's how I used to think, bro. I used to think like, man, I'm decorating it, but not only that, I'm not putting nothing disrespectful on my body.
Right.
And I love that you just said it like that because I'm saying like to kids that are getting tattooed and stuff like that, man, like especially polys, we always get backlash.
But let me ask you that. So why put mom's name on your neck?
Because I want people to see that.
Why didn't you tell her that? Why did you tell her, Mom, I'm putting you up on the pedestal?
Because when she was
There you go.
choke holding me on the chair, Buddha, the first thing I thought in my mind was get free and run from the iron before he heats up.
Mom, I love you, Mom. Mom.
You know,
I got you.
because to my mom, like
She wouldn't have gotten it?
No, man,
Ah,
it didn't.
okay.
Even if but now though, man, like yeah, my mom's like loves it. But I'm saying at that moment, it was like that time when my mom,
Stupid.
yeah, my mom saying, "Why would you ever ruin your?"
But that's
body?"
also props to your mom too. Look at how rigid and jagged she about that one thing, right?
Yeah.
But now you just said it. But now she's kind of a little more relaxed. That means she's also learning. You got to give her props. That means she ain't just sitting in
Let's
her
go.
own status, in her own station, bro. As much as I hope it's
Preach.
flipped in your head that you're like, so my mom is still progressing.
You just
Hey,
taught me something
Hey,
right now.
but not
She's
only
still
that,
up in
bro,
it.
She
That's
couldn't-
all.
She couldn't learn from somebody
that.
else. She had to
Yeah.
learn from her son getting it.
See,
Oh,
see,
now I
miss-
kinda accept
I
it 'cause
miss
my
all
son
that because
got
I'd be thinking my mom knows everything. You know, she's older. She dealt with a lot of
And she does know everything.
good kids,
And
in
she
her
does
life.
know everything.
And she does know
Yeah.
everything. You know, so that's. why
I'm just
dope.
saying,
love
I
that,
just
man.
recognize that, I have to, I help with my mom too, and she's an older woman too.
Yeah.
And I try to recognize the little things, like my mom didn't know she needed a case. Next thing I came over, she had a case. I said, see, Mom, now you're learning the texting message. So again, just
help my mom with
Yeah.
that,
So
too.
just as I'm saying
I
that
see what
she,
you mean.
as you say, she started to relax and get it. That means that means she understands.
to get
That means she learned herself. You got to give her flowers too, bro. Just saying.
I do that every day. That's
Yeah.
why I got her name tatted on my neck.
Exactly.
know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But ask somebody.
All right, let's get back. Let's get
All right,
back.
yeah, we got rewind. Obviously, so we went. Obviously, you got the tat, and then from there you went.
Did you come back to the USA?
Yeah. So I spent a year. No. So right after the mission is when I got the tattoo. So and then after the tattoo. My timeline's a little bit off. So President Banks came and visited me after I got my tattoo.
That's right.
So I thought I was gonna get excommunicated, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like sitting there, like, hey, there's a white van in the front. He was speaking someone. Hey, come out, pa, don't eat that show. Hey, pe un marca que se me loco. And I'm just like sitting up like this, and he just walks in, and he was very complimentary, but we had a good conversation. I really thought. Before, I really thought, oh, this dude came to X me.
Hey, it be like that.
Not
though,
knowing
you
how
know?
even the process
you don't
worked,
know how
right?
they are, so.
So from there, I jump on the plane and I go to American Samoa, and that's when I go to school. I'm there for 2 years, and I get my associate's degree, and I have it in my mind that I want to come back and try to play football. I just, like every Polynesian, we're always trying to look for the quickest way out. But I did radio when I was there. I did radio for ASCC. There was a DJ Valentine.
Okay.
He was on FM Samoa. He let me come and hang out. So it's kind of like an intern.
So hold on. When you were doing that, like, is this where you found the passion, or were you just like my homies
Just
doing
doing
it?
it
He
to
just
do
No,
invited me?
actually, man, it's if we're gonna talk about radio, I actually had the passion to do radio back in Western Samoa because that's the only form of entertainment we had. We got everything laid on
That's
TV.
right.
Pat Mamaia, there's a bunch of other ones. Let's see, Rosemary over there in American Samoa, and they would tell stories.
Okay.
Whangongo.
Over the radio.
You would sit. I mean, I'm in high school, but we sitting around like this in front of the radio,
No
like we
way,
can see stuff, and they're telling the story. Even
Yeah.
rugby games.
Yeah.
Rugby games, I can't watch rugby games unless I have the radio on. It's the craziest thing.
That's the
But
Hey,
that's-
that's what's up.
but
I
that's
like
how they
you
told
saying
it.
that, bro.
And so from that point, I saw Pat out in public, and he just struck me like this, bigger than life person. Like, he didn't strike me like an American superstar, but it was a Samoan star. You know what I mean? Instead of Gucci, he had plastic bags. You know, my man.
That's just what it was. That's what it was.
He didn't have the coconut baskets. You know, he had plastic bags. You know,
That's an upgrade.
Yeah,
That's an upgrade.
he didn't have elengi sandwiches. He had tuna sandwiches. You know, it was that, and I
It's
saw
the
it,
same, a little different.
and I just like, man, you know what? If I could, I want to do.
Okay.
What do you? I talk for a living. I tell stories for. That's what he would say to me. I don't even know if you remember that, but it stuck with me. And when I got to American Samoa, all those 3 or 4 years later, and they had a radio program, I just decided I was going to try it out, and I also took drama. Just to help with my performance. Okay. So I took 2 years of drama.
You were getting ready.
So
you getting ready to be
did wanna
somebody.
you've been.
It's been
But
my
you
dream
wanted to
do
play
it.
football, though.
I wanted to play football, so I come back to America, and I thought she was pregnant. Anyway, we
And we'll be back after this commercial. We'll take a real commercial break.
you know,
okay, yeah, what else?
Black
What
catches
else?
up, you know.
Shout her out.
No.
So you playing football?
I thought I was going to play football, so I came back and I got a job with aerospace out Allied Aerospace out in Torrance, and I was doing a couple of credits out at El Camino.
Okay.
I was doing an internship on radio. I was just
So you were just doing things.
I was
everywhere.
just trying to do
Okay.
it. Yeah. So it didn't work out. My first marriage, it was 3 months. It was all it was all in that same area. I'm trying to hustle. I'm married. 3 months later, it didn't work out, and I'm now in Utah. And I meet my wife, and I'm not doing. Sorry, I'm just doing the life stuff. I haven't talked about the radio stuff, right? So meet my wife. We get married. 30 years. It's 30 years this year.
Hey, big shout out.
Hey, shout that out.
Yeah, 30 years of
Big
marriage.
three.
Hey, if you're okay, let me backtrack. It just I don't know why it just popped in my head, but you said your first marriage was 3 months, and then your second marriage was 30 years.
This 30 years, yeah. My current marriage, 30 years. Sorry.
Okay, if you don't mind me asking, what was the difference between the first one and the second one? Because one lasted 3 months and one lasted 30 years. Was it
I think part of it was my rush to wanna
fame?
want to make everybody happy. No, the marriage part.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm trying. You know, it's my mom and my dad. The idea
Trying to
of
please everybody.
You know, trying to please everybody. You know, you're not right.
You in America
Why
now?
did you go in those
Yeah.
doors?
That's why you went to school.
Okay, that's what's up. Though. That's why you went to school.
So you
Yeah.
so you go from there, and then you 30 years. You meet
30
your wife here in
went
Utah.
from 3 months to 30 years. Yeah, we were. I was on spring break. I was just here having a good time. There was a club called Shooters, and that's where I met my wife.
You shot, didn't ya? Okay.
And 30 years later,
Bow bow.
bye. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Let's go.
No, that's what's up.
5
30 years.
kids,
Hey, congratulations on
three
30
grandkids,
years, man.
2 on the way.
Oh.
Grandkids are miracles, man. We talk about that some other time, but
No, we're gonna talk about that right now. Cause look,
okay, sure.
because and then we'll move on. But I'm just saying, like I see it with my mom, man. Like when we're growing up, the way my mom
Treated you
I
versus
love
your
you, Mom,
kids.
but the way my mom would discipline us, right? My kids, my mom don't discipline my kids.
Yeah.
Why is that? And my mom, and this is the thing my mom always tells me. She said, "Wait till you become a parent, you'll understand." And then now she tells me, "Wait till you become a grandparent, then you'll understand."
It's actually props to you. I live by a saying: if you can raise your child, you can spoil your grandchildren. If you spoil your children, you'll have to raise your grandchildren. So if
Facts.
sorry, you want to cry? You want to put another one on the other side?
Right.
You want to put another tattoo on the other side? yeah. Now you feeling some kind of
gonna
way.
get
Now
whatever he
you
just
feeling
said.
some kind of way,
I'm
right?
gonna get that right here.
You know what I'm saying? Do you
that's-
understand what I'm
I
saying?
love-
So as you tell me right now, she don't, man, my kids get away with murder. That's because she did a good job with you. That means you turned out okay. That I'm just saying, brother. Right? Think about it.
I love you,
And
Mom.
I'm not saying we all know families
No, you're
where our
right.
parents
You're
are
right.
raising our whoever's
You're
kids.
right,
I'm not pointing any fingers. That's just
No,
the
that's
facts.
just-
That's just what happened.
And now look at the kids that they don't have to raise that are their grandkids. What's the difference? And that's why I like to live by that saying, because I feel like everybody can benefit from that. You know, if you raise your kids, you can spoil your grandkids. If you spoil your kids, you'll have to raise your grandkids.
I've seen a bunch of people.
That's what I'm saying. And now everybody like, so the shot or the lead?
Yeah, now they're thinking like, that's
Give up. Give up. Give up.
He's
Just
saying
kidding.
because
Just
all the
kidding.
grandkids are here.
Wow,
But
I
That's
just had to ask you that,
Right?
but I get.
So
that
again,
makes
that's
perfect
you
sense.
don't even. Again, I've had that. I've been there where you at. Like I'm over poo-pooing on my mom. Like,
Yeah.
man, you never. Man, why did get away with murder? And somebody had to put me in check and say it's because she spent all of her time on you, bro. Shut the hell up. That's basically what they told me.
Yeah,
And
bro.
I'm gonna shut the hell up.
Yeah.
It's you, dog.
She's giving your kids,
Wow.
you know, that mafana, that offer that she's giving your kids is because she trusts you now. She got you. You ain't got to worry.
Hey, he got me because
Ain't lying.
he got me.
Sorry,
feeling
that's
like,
just-
no, I love.
bring your
you know.
kids.
Those are just my optics.
No, you good.
Oh, I
So
love
you
that.
you go to a shooter,
Shooters.
shooters,
And
and you
Sugar
meet
House.
your wife,
Yeah.
and then from
We-
your wife.
Man, it was the craziest because I asked her to marry me within the first 5 minutes. And she thought I was, I mean, you know, because, you know, Salt Lake was famous to some famous serial killers, you know.
Hey,
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
At that
so a dude ask you, want to marry you in 5 minutes, you know. He's like, yeah. Which was really crazy because we spent the whole night together. And I just, you know, I took her home. I know I take her home. Nothing happened. I took her
Right.
home.
Yeah.
I took her.
You were a
Took her
gentleman. You drove her
Good
home.
gentleman.
I was a gentleman.
Yeah.
There you go, Buddha.
I was a gentleman.
Later, you got 5
I
kids.
took.
One might have came
Oh,
down.
five, yeah, five. Sorry. I was like, wait, did I count? Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, five.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Did the passion come back to? Did your wife start that passion for you to come back to doing
Radio.
or the news or whatever? You,
From leaving Sacramento?
yeah.
yeah. No, I'm saying yeah. So you met your wife.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so
guys are
Jen and
here.
I, we're married. We're living in Sacramento. So this is how the radio career starts,
Okay.
right? So I'm at my ropes and thinking this ain't gonna happen. Gosh damn it! I've tried everything. I've taken a broadcasting class. I'm doing what the hell is going on? You know what? I got kids. Maybe this is not my dream, right? So like most of us, we have to come to
That's
a realization
right.
that
That
maybe
I
this
gotta
isn't
give
it.
that
I
up.
got to give
Yep.
it up.
Might have to do
So I go and I work. I'm a computer tech for Hewlett Packard. What we do is it's a fancy word for disassembling boards. You know, I mean, I had a lab coat, man.
Hey, that's a real
I
job.
had a
dog.
smock. I had a nice smock.
Yeah, there you go.
I had safety
That's what it's
goggles.
called.
But our title was computer tech, and we just dismantle boards anyway. So that was my life. I thought that was it. You know, let's just go get a degree and just get a cool job because, you know, I don't think radio's in the cards.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
it.
This is it.
So I had a Samoan homie. His name is Mike Sapa. Mike, if you're out there, man, much love.
Shout out,
of
Mike.
Alaska. And he and I worked together, and we started listening to this radio station, KSFM 102.5. The name of the radio station, radio show was Davey D and Chris Lane. Hold on, let me see if we got it. Pull it out for me. The shoulder, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm
What is
showing
it?
them the tattoo.
What is it?
I'll show you the tattoo.
Oh, okay.
It's a radio station tattoo.
That looks old,
that's
bro.
it's it is, and that's how I got.
Why you gotta say it like that? Damn.
Dang.
No, it was. I mean, because of my weight loss, it's the size of a stamp, but when you get fat, it stretches out. So now it's a skyscraper. Anyway,
This guy was special.
Okay.
sorry.
What was the radio station called?
Oh, KSFM 102.5.
Okay.
So, we're listening to the radio station, and every Friday they have this thing called Flashback Fridays, and they asked offices to fax in the request and some crazy ass question or whatever, and whoever got the craziest question, they got lunch for the day. So me and this dude, we say let's just call ourselves Polynesian players, and let's put our we want an old school jam, and we'll put in their love advice. This just have some fun. I mean, they're not gonna call us back.
Yeah, you're like
Right.
they're not
They-
even
they-
gonna get this.
It goes
They
in
called you
5 minutes later. Oh my gosh, this thing just came across the wire, and we're listening. Everybody's listening in the building. I'm like, oh, hey, they said our name. So back then, they didn't call me Big Budah. They just called me Buddha, but they called Mike Big Mike because he was swole. I mean, he was like a house. Yeah, and he was cute too. That's why girls and everything. Anyway, that's why I had him. Yeah, you were good. You know you were good looking, Mike. Don't lie. You know you're good looking. You know you were. The girls out you left anyway. So that's sorry. Say what I
Damn,
said.
Buddha
a whole
Anyways,
different story right
yeah,
there.
we're not on that story right now. We're not talking about relationships right now. So he and I, that one fax, it gave us this courage to fax in every Friday.
like, what
And then we said, okay, there's no way it's going to be 2 in a row.
2 in a row.
Did it. Next thing you know, they called us. So they called us and they gave us our own segment. So we were giving out love advice on Flashback Fridays, and they called us the Polynesian Players. That's how it started.
Oh,
But we weren't getting paid. You know,
Polynesian Players.
we weren't getting paid.
Yeah,
We were having fun, and
just-
we got invited to radio station gigs. That happened for about maybe 2 months, and then Davey D, the guy that's on the arm, he says, "Dude, do you want a job? I mean, I think you could do radio." I asked Mike, "Bro, let's go do radio." He goes, I told my wife. She said no. She already don't like me hanging around you.
This
Yeah.
is enough time.
Yeah.
Sorry, Buddha.
Sorry, Buddha.
From
I
my
gotta
day-
break up this relationship.
She don't
Wait,
like
hold up, Buddha. What year is this right here? Where Dave asked you that?
What's that?
What year is this?
When
where
you're sending them and you're getting them back,
Yeah.
and then they ask you, "Hey,
Oh.
why don't you just do your
Just do
Oh,
your own?
David D. This is 2000. This is 1995. 95, 96.
So 95.
Yeah. So we're just on the radio once a week doing this fun thing. I think it's cool.
It was fun.
Girls are looking at us different. Anyway, you know,
Yeah,
right?
that's part of it. That's
We're getting free lunch, you know. Hey, here's your
food.
burrito courtesy. Yeah, you know. Hey, girl. Hey, you know.
Hey, girl.
Hey, Taco Bell, girl. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. You know how we do. Okay, anyway, sorry.
Taco Bell.
Howe Avenue. I'll see you at Howe Avenue. Howe Avenue. You know. Hey.
Hit me up now.
So we were just doing these things. Then one night they invite us out to this event. It was to raise money for charity, and it was a horse race. Now, you guys seen those horse races where you're sitting in a carriage and there's one single horse pulling you?
Yeah.
Have you seen those kind of?
I know what you're talking about.
It's you know what I'm talking
Yeah, I know
it's,
what
They pull somebody in the back.
there's somebody in the carriage.
Oh, yeah.
And they pull them around.
Yeah.
Well, that was our horse race, except I was the horse for our team. I was pulling big. I know, shut your nose. Yeah. And Juan Valdez, he was the guy on the street. He was Davey D's guy. So the whole idea was this was my audition. So if we win, I get to put my name in the drawing to see if to do what I can do for the job.
Wow.
I beat this guy. I smoked
You're
this
like, I
guy,
want this.
and I'm in the running for the job.
Oh.
Now that's I don't know what
That's
I'm gonna
just the
do.
running. You're
That's
just up
just
for the
I'm
running.
qualifying.
Just to get
So
in.
me and a couple other dudes, there's a
Okay,
girl.
that makes sense.
You know, they're looking for somebody to
Yeah,
join
yeah,
the street
yeah.
team, right? So that's where the tattoo comes in.
Wow,
That's
bro. That's crazy. You did all that. And
just to get in.
Hey,
Just to get in. I
Not
wasn't even
even
getting
winning
paid.
it, yeah.
I wasn't even getting paid. Just doing that.
They
So
were
my
using
first
your-
job there was a promotions assistant.
Okay.
From that, they gave me a promotions assistant. I was able to come on nights, weekends, and just kind of practice my craft and just crack the mic open.
Yeah.
You know, do that kind
now,
of
when you're
stuff.
doing that, did that like fuel the fire? Now you're like, okay, look, I got my feet
good.
in.
I'm in.
this. I could do
yeah,
this.
Yeah. I didn't really know that this was something that I could sustain. I didn't know it was gonna be a flash in the pan. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna pull out all the stuff I got,
All my
all
tricks.
these crazy
I'm
dumb
bringing them out.
ideas that I've
No
been
way.
thinking about, all the dumb Samoan, Tongan, Hawaiian jokes that we have
That's
that we
right.
think is funny.
That's
Put
right.
it out.
I'm gonna put them on, and I'm gonna spin it so that white people could understand it, and they'll think it's their shit. No, I really do.
What a
I really
genius.
did.
Hey,
that's
for real,
genius.
real
I don't know
talk.
if that went over y'all head, but these are jokes we say to each other that it's
Buddha was
funny,
making
but Buddha
make
was
them so
putting
you
them out there.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I got a paying job. I quit Hewlett Packard, and I get a promotion. I become the promotions director after a month. It's a crazy whirlwind. It's a crazy
Blessings.
whirlwind.
We call that blessings.
I become yes, blessing. Sorry.
For real.
So they make me the promotions director. Now, it's a nervous job because you have this station and you got all these this is back when all the hip hop artists came to you. And they wanted to be on your radio station. They gave you money. They gave you records. They gave you all kinds of stuff so that you could play their music. That was back in the day. I was like, what? What the heck?
when DJ was DJ.
I didn't know what the heck to do.
you was
radio-
interacting with all these people.
all of them. I mean, you feel 504 Boys, the Hot Boys, DJ Quick, NWA, Snoop Dogg, Mariah Carey, what's her name? Genie in a Bottle.
Stop.
Christina Aguilera.
When she was Christina Aguilera right out of the Disney. hourglass figure. She
Just to name a few. That's,
yeah,
that
but
Buddha was talking
I'm
to.
not saying it's because it was. I'm not. It's not because I'm special. It's because I was in that job, and
you're
anybody
doing
could have been there.
it. Wow.
And I got to shout out Paul Tuivai. I would
Okay.
not. There would be no Big Buddha without Paul Tuivai.
Why is that?
Man, I cut out a lot of the stuff because it's just too long.
No, I feel
But
you.
before I'm coming to actually do the radio where I feel like I can do it. Again, I settled on Hewlett Packard because I'm figuring out my job.
Right.
I'm trying to find myself. I'm wandering the Bay Area, doing things I'm probably not supposed to be doing.
Oh,
but
we know that.
Trying
That's
to find
normal.
myself. Trying to find myself.
Just growing,
I
yeah.
look up and I see this billboard. It's a billboard of Wow 94.9 and all their personalities. One of them is clearly a Tonga cat. Now he's painted in green body paint and he has like dreadlocks. And I said, "What is that? Whatever the hell he's doing." That's it. I said, "Oh, he's radio." I said, to me, that was the moment that I'm like, okay,
That's me.
there's too many signs telling me that
Signs.
this is where I need to go. And stop messing around. Go do
That's
your
what I'm
thing.
saying.
Stop messing around and go do it.
Wow. How many times am I going to show you
Yeah.
this is where you
Oh
need to
my
go?
gosh.
But you just sitting over here like, oh,
That's
coincidence.
what Davey D said to me. Because I'm over here hemming and hawing when he's offering me the job. He said, "Look, you good at this." I said, "I wouldn't pull you aside." I said, "I don't need you. I'm telling you, you got a gift, bro." He was the first person to play OPP, Naughty by Nature.
Yeah.
He's the DJ that gets credit. Davey D. Yes. So he's a guy that I respected, and I didn't know I didn't know what I wanted. No, I knew what I wanted. I didn't know if I could make it sustainable. That's the thing I was worried about.
Okay, but look, coming from like the Polynesian background, if you go home and tell mom and dad, "Hey, I'm gonna work the radio,"
Oh my
they're like,
gosh.
"Son, we send you to America to go. No,
Stupid. You don't even know how to talk.
Yeah.
go be in the warehouse and go work
Yeah.
hard."
How much? How much they pay? That and are you off on Sundays? Those are the first two questions
gotta
every
go to church.
Polynesian.
You have to be at
How
church.
much is your pay? And are you off on Sundays?
So what was mom and dad like after you tell them like, "Hey, I'm starting to do this thing"?
Yeah, right.
No. You know what? I'll be honest with you. My parents, because they were in that academia world, they didn't really trip on what I was doing.
Just wanted you to
These
find
guys just
something,
wanted,
huh?
they just wanted
They
me
were
to make
good.
sure as soon as they were ready to retire that we could take care. That's all they cared about. They didn't care if it's yate. They don't
You ain't
care what
lying.
it is.
You ain't
You
lying.
good?
I'm
son?
telling you, if I could have been a drug cartel kingpin and took care of that. No, I'm being totally
would've been
serious.
cool.
If I could make sense to my mom and dad, they would have been totally cool with it. You know what I mean?
I need to go eat. You have money?
I mean, I don't know how I tell
I
them
don't
if I'm
care how
if I'm
you got it, but
yeah.
give me
I don't know
money.
how to tell them if I'm a porn star though. No, there are certain jobs that I don't know if I am. I can't tell my parents. You know what I'm saying?
You just said, Mom,
Hey,
no TV.
OnlyFans
ever,
don't count,
ever.
Buddha. You good?
Okay. So we
Sorry.
we're gonna rewind.
Superman,
So
let's go.
now you had your promotion position.
So
right?
yeah, so I become the promotions director. I took over, and then I'm busy. I'm sitting. Now the on-air stuff starts to take a backseat because now I'm the promotions director and I gotta take care of these things, all the concert giveaways, all this stuff, and this thing. But it also led me to a cool story with DJ Quick, being we'll get to that different time. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
But because I was the
the
promotions director, it allowed me to interact with him.
Okay.
It was during a 504 tour. The Hot Boys were having a tour. It was at Arco Arena. I was cleaning up, making sure that everything got put away. And this guy walks up. Everybody knows what DJ's Quick feathered, beautiful
No,
hair
you ain't
looked
lying.
like when he come up.
Yeah,
It's like,
West Coast,
yeah,
yeah.
he comes up. And when he spoke to me, he told me who he was. He goes, "Hey, man, what's up, man? I'm DJ Quick. I'm supposed to be inside, but I didn't bring my tickets and this and that." I just like my jaw dropped.
Yeah,
my
you're
hand
like,
went in my
bro.
pocket. I'm like, yeah, just go ahead and take my tickets, homie. Yeah, real,
DJ Quick.
real.
Just like that.
So I
what's
still
up.
waiting to reunite with him so
That's
I can remind him of
tight.
that story.
That's
But
tight.
but anyway, so the director is always the last one. That's why. So if I wasn't the director, I would have left already and missed that opportunity to interact with him.
Things just happening, huh?
So
That's crazy.
I'm probably doing this job for about 3 months, the promotions director. And again, the on-air stuff is starting to fade because you got to pay the bills and you got to make sure all your checks
right.
are in order. And I'm sitting in the lobby, and there's a black guy sitting there, and he and I are the only two non-whites in the room, and we're just, everybody's talking, whatever. So my man CK looks like he had like some shiny spots on his cheek. And I was just like, you know,
Hey, bro, you
ain't
got
nobody
some-
else. Exactly. Ain't nobody else going to tell him. So, you know what? I'm going to do the brother a solid. You know, man, I don't know if anybody going to tell you, but you look like you got some Afro sheen right here, bro, on your cheek. You're like, you just say Afro sheen?
You know what?
Do you even know what Afro sheen? Do you even know what Afro sheen is? I said, man, I grew up in Compton. Of course you know what Afro sheen is. I said, we got kinky hair too.
We got a little something.
Fiji, Tonga. Come on, bro.
We
Come
got a
on.
little something.
Yeah. He said, what do you do here? I said, I'm the promotions director. He goes, you're the promotions director? Hold on, wait a minute. So he gets up, walks in the back office. I have no idea who he is. He walks to the back office. The station director, the music director, the station director is Bob West. That's his name, Bob West. They come out of the office, and he says, "Oh yeah, that's Big Budah. He's our promotions director." He said, "Not anymore. I need him on the radio with me. He's gonna be my new sidekick."
Hey.
Just like that. I swear to God, my man
Just
CK,
like that.
love you CK. Appreciate
you told him he
Appreciate
had some Afro sheen.
Just us being real. Yeah, he brought me on and said, "Look, that real. I want that realness. That's the realness I need
Sometimes
on
that's
this radio show.
Just like that.
Just like that."
Damn.
Little did I know I was gonna do all the grunt work.
He said
I still love you. I still love you, CK.
you up, did.
Oh, I was produced. I wore so many hats. I'm grateful because it taught me the business in a way that that nobody else could have taught up. I had to get all my work done, just enough time to get out on the streets and be live to do some crazy promotion.
Wow,
Yeah.
bro, hustling, huh? That's great.
That world though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That world of broadcast.
Bro, let me just shatter your word right now. I got that gig. We were at night show, so I became the night co-host with CK. Like 5 minutes after we get the gig, they give us a gas card. They give me a Hummer. They give me keys to a speedboat. They give me
Get
no.
outta here.
They said you could go to any concert. You can go drink at these bars. You can go do this.
Did they
this.
know you're Samoan? They're like,
I told him I was black. Nah, it's Teo.
Y'all trust-
Teo. You don't hear Harry Belafonte? Teo. It's black, bro. Come on.
Teo.
Dang. They're like, is it Samoan? No, it's black. You don't hear my uncle singing my name in the song? Come on.
My
man.
guy said, as long as you give me the gas card, I'm black, my dude.
It was no. It was the crazy. No, they knew I was
Hey,
poly.
no, I know.
It's
yeah.
It was the
accents.
craziest thing, and it effed my world up. I'm not ready.
I was about to
had
ask
I'm
you
not
that.
ready.
I was about to go.
That's why we moved to Utah. Anyway, that's another story. I'm not ready.
No, hey, that makes sense.
I'm
bro.
not ready.
Wow,
Overnight,
that
I mean,
world, though.
we went
Just
from
like
being nobody.
To overnight
Nobody knew who the hell we
sensation.
were, and now we're in nightclubs with these artists. We're doing these things because the radio gave us access to these things. Your concert's coming up next week. Guess who we're hanging out? We're hanging out with the artists. I couldn't. It was.
That's
I was.
crazy, bro.
I mean, to make it sense to everybody who's listening nowadays, I'm just using a modern term. Wet. I mean, all the time. I was so excited. I was so excited because you never know who was going to walk through the door.
that's true.
I mean, we had Interscope Records, we had Capitol Records, Universal Records, and they took you out to lunch. These music meetings, oh my gosh, that's enough reason to be a
Bro,
DJ.
Hey, the people
Hey.
he's explaining
But-
these
hey,
records.
look.
That's like Dre. That's Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
That's
Back in the day, though, the radio was the only
That's
outlet
right.
besides the
Hey.
CD.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
before the
they
yeah.
had to go to these people in every city
That's
Yeah.
to
right,
go
cousin.
promote their shit.
Yeah.
So just hearing
How was it? How did
that,
it feel? Who was one dude
There you
or
go.
female that you sat across that you had to interview
like,
that you were
oh,
like,
shit,
bro,
blah blah is right.
This is
Mama,
serious.
She
Miss-
different.
Oh,
This is
you know what I
it.
mean? You're
There
like,
you go.
I'm different.
This
I'm
is
here.
it.
Spike Lee jumps out.
Oh,
Spike is
what?
just as
Stop.
militant and as direct as he is in his commercials. You think that he's holding
really
back?
like
He really like that.
I like
And
people
he
like
top.
that.
I got a chance not only to interview him afterwards, and I got to interview him afterwards because of my previous history. So I worked with a guy named Nelson Mercado, and he was the head of security for Spike Lee. I didn't have no permit. I didn't have no gun. I didn't have no kind of qualifications. But I met this guy, and he's a really legit security detail person. Okay. So he has a bunch of clients. You guys can look him up. He was on Full House. He was the security detail for Full House. He was that guy.
Okay.
So he hires me to be part of this security details. There's just 3 of us. He's big like a house. I'm probably big. I mean, I don't think of myself
no,
as big.
I feel
I'm
you.
just
Yeah.
I'm just myself. This dude puts me next to Spike Lee. Bro, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm standing there with my arms folded, and I'm
you're
at the
the security guard.
I'm his bodyguard. I'm with him. We're at Hollywood Spike's joint. It's his grand opening. I'm standing next to him, and I have my hands folded like this. He's right there, and Nelson comes, and Nelson says, "So there's some fanatics, because he's like black and this and that. There's rumors that there might be some white supremacists coming out, so just keep an eye out for that." And I said, "So what you want me to do with that?" He says, "Well, make sure you stand between Mr. Lee and the white supremacists." I'm like, "Oh, hell no." I said, "Oh, hell no. How much we getting paid?" I'm like, "Bruh, how much we getting paid for this, man?"
You want me to die today, huh?
Sir, you didn't tell me this when I filled out my application.
I said, "I told you I fight for fun, but this ain't fun for me right now, bro. We on the clock, bro."
Oh, hell no.
We on the clock.
Just say the white and Spike Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's
But
Spike Lee.
years later, I was able to call and talk to his publicist. I said, "You won't remember me. You won't even know who the hell I was, but I can give you details that will verify who I am." And then Spike was able to come on and jump on, and so we was able to talk to him. But he's exactly like you think
how
he is.
he is, huh?
I'll tell this because he did it in public, and there was. So the funniest thing is that he had all these celebrities come by his grand opening, and Wesley Snipes shows up. I mean, I think it was Wesley
I'm a
Snipes.
fan.
I think he was Wesley Snipes. No, I'm just kidding. No, he shows up. As they show up, now on the screen, they're throwing clips of all of Spike's movie, right? The clip of Jungle Fever comes on. And I'm the security guard, man. I'm standing there listening to these dudes talk. and Spike turns like, "Oh, look at you getting it. Look at you getting it." I thought you was doing it for real. And then was like, "Well, you know." And I'm like, man, I swear, it's a real story. Real story. I dare you to walk it back. It's a real story. I was there. There was only 3 of us.
Damn.
Yep. And he's like, "Look at you. Damn. Yeah, I swear."
That's crazy.
And in that moment, I just realized that he's just one of us.
Yeah.
He's just like
He's just
us.
one of us.
Shout you out though.
So he got a white voice too, just like us. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
That's what I mean. He got a
Okay.
professional voice,
Yeah.
and he
He
got
can-
his people's
he got the-
voice, like
yeah,
us,
there
like
you
us.
bro, for him to do that,
you
like
ain't
that,
lying.
that's like a
And it
homie
tripped me.
thing.
That's a
It's
homie.
thing.
I was like, "What the hell's happening
Like,
right
this
now?"
nigga talking
That's
to me?
tight,
And I
bro.
thought, and that was the first time in my mind that I thought, "Are they really having sex in these movies? I want to be able to." I'm in the wrong business. What the heck?
I might need
Can
to.
I
I
get
might need
backstage?
to be.
But shout out to my man Nelson Mercado. Without him, I got to be on that security detail. And Mary Pierce, she's a famous tennis player. I got to be on her detail when her father was acting a fool, trying to get at her. And again, I told this dude, "Bro, I am not taking a bullet. Like, just stand there. Don't let the client hear you say that."
I ain't doing that. Hey, those type of connections, bro.
Bro, yeah, like it's like it was meant to be,
How
bro.
was
Like,
it? How was a little kid that went to Samoa and come back supposed to run into all these people?
hey, Spike Lee.
I was very fortunate. I feel like I'm kind of like the Forrest Gump of Samoa. I've really met a couple of great people. I've done movies, but it's because of here. I messed with Sean Astin, Sean Ferris, who's that? Penn Badgley. These guys are all players.
Crazy, bro.
Gary Cole, John Greasy.
There you go.
I'm not. They're friends. Like I talk to these dudes, but here's the thing, and I know you guys can relate to this. When y'all are friends with famous people, celebrities, it's hard to really keep up because you don't want to ruin. You don't want to overstep your welcome.
Right.
So every so often I'll get a message from Sean Astin because he has a charity foundation that him and his mom do. Every so often, "Hey, I'm coming to town, bro," and then that, "Hey, why don't you call me more?" I'm like, because you know who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
You know who you are, right?
Gosh, you know who I am?
Yeah.
That's why I don't call you.
Only
more.
when you come to Utah.
No, hey,
That's crazy.
no,
Yeah.
look, I love this, man, because it just shows you came from the islands, right? Obviously, the stars are lined up for you to be this thing, right? Because if it wasn't, then God wouldn't put everybody.
That many signs in
Come
his
on.
path to keep showing
Does
him,
it?
"Hey, you got to
To
go
keep
back."
going
believe
down
it.
here, right?
I believe it.
Then he starts meeting celebrities and stuff like that, and it's like, to me, I'm like, bro, like this is the dream. You know what I mean? You're like,
But let's not muddy the waters.
Okay.
Let's just keep it real. What you guys are doing, what I'm doing, is just tying us back. We talked about this off air in the beginning. It ties us back to the Assassin's Creed. Think about it. You guys might be new to this and thinking, oh, podcast is cool and this and that. Yeah, we get this big game and this and that. I'm going to take you all the way back to our ancestors where were the original storytellers. We were the original seafarers, the historians.
No,
so what you guys are doing, that's exactly the tie. That's the connection. There's no difference.
Man, I appreciate
we are
that.
all in the same
It's
field
deeper
of carrying on this
Wow.
storytelling tradition. Whether it's podcast, whether it's TV, it's the same thing. We're telling stories.
We're meant to tell stories.
We're meant to tell stories.
Hey, Buddha going
Hey,
deep on that.
Buddha. Hey, thank you, Buddha.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
Buddha gives
No,
us
thank
every
you.
gift.
You guys are right where you're supposed to be.
I appreciate that,
This
man.
is
Hey,
it.
sometimes we talk about that too, like how that's why I brought up like the line, like everything had
All
to
the
line up for you
signs.
because I feel like with
Yeah.
us it was like that, man. You know.
Yeah.
And we had a million people say no, but we just needed that one yes, and
Yeah.
we don't care what nobody says, but we're like, you know what? I'd rather do it and say, hey, we done it, than sit back and say, man, I wish we would have done that.
Yeah, but the thing that I love about what you guys are talking about, it's not like it's something you're making it up. It's actual factual truth. For example, if somebody calls you Samoan, right? Just, hey, Samoan. They get, hey, what happened yesterday? You could tell that story because it's a true story. It happened. What I always and we talked about this here. I'm not gonna bring it up, but I have some friends. When you bring up stuff, they don't like it. If it's true stuff.
True stuff.
Why I gotta bring that in front of my mom,
Right.
in front of my dad, in front of my brother, my
yeah.
Wait, brother, is it true? Wait, did it happen?
Can we
You
talk
do
about
it,
that?
though.
Okay, then what is your problem? Eventually, I said I don't understand why we doing this hiding thing if it really happened.
Facts. Big
You know,
facts.
Well, I don't understand
But
it.
it's big on our thing,
I-
though.
we-
You know,
our people
It
do
is.
it.
Mad.
Yes,
It is.
Yes, our people get mad when it's like, they didn't. It's like they didn't know until we said something. Come on, man.
No,
No, you
y'all
been
been knowing
You
this.
know
man.
this.
Yes.
You're like that.
You know. Listen to
Okay.
Sione Toki's new song. Anyway,
Temptation.
That's the one. Yeah.
Well, let's go. Yeah. So when did you transition from radio to the news?
that's a crazy story too. So Allie McKay was the first reporter on Fox, and she and I became friends. So I came and I joined the radio station here in 2001. I was on nights with Rocket. We were part of the Rocket radio experiment, Kissin 97. It was B98 at the time. We were part of the morning show that replaced the Fisher, Todd, and Aaron morning show. They were like, everybody knew who they were.
Throwback.
Yeah, that's
Everybody
Hey,
knew who
you're right.
they
Y'all
were.
in Utah, y'all know exactly
Number
what this
one.
guy
Talking
talking
about,
about.
yeah.
No, they were the number one radio show. Everybody was trying to beat them before the Zoo, before
That's
anybody,
right.
before U92
Yeah.
was U92.
Yeah.
So we replaced them. I was on that show. It was myself and a DJ named Rocket. We called ourselves the Rocket Radio Experiment. It turned into Kissin 97, and then we added a female, Erica Hansen. She plays Patsy Cline in that production downtown, Crazy. Her name's Erica Hansen, but if they have that
That's her.
Broadway production
Oh, yeah.
downtown, she's always the one that plays, but she's well known in these parts. So they put the three of us together. We were on Kissin for 2 years, and it was during that time Allie McKay is on Fox, and she and I become friends. So she came over, introduced our morning show to Utah on her show, and because I took over for her. So one night, she calls me. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm up.
Did you think it was a different type of caller?
Well,
Ew.
I really
Oh,
did.
sorry.
I really did until I saw what it was.
in the morning.
You said, "Oh, it's
Yeah.
Allie."
Again, Shona Tucky, sending hey 2 in the morning. Send me hey 2 in the morning. Anyway, sorry, Buddha. Sorry, Buddha. Go ahead.
So
So she calls me and I answer because I know it's Allie. So I'm hey, what's up, bro? I need your help. I can't go in. I'm so hungover. I said, what happened to Casey in court? Now Casey, who's on 5 now, he was filling in for Allie at the time, and Court Johnson, who was on the end. They were all with Chunga and Mister on the end. They were all filling in for Allie. I said, well, where's Casey in court?
these dudes, yeah.
Because we're all friends. And he said, well, they were with me at the concert. And I said, well, hold up. How come I wasn't at the concert?
Right?
Y'all didn't want to invite me?
How come I wasn't
All
at the
of a
concert?
sudden.
That's
So
funny.
now you need me, but I wasn't there with you at the concert, huh?
I get you.
Funny how that works. Huh?
She's big time. Anyway, hi Ali. I love you.
Hello.
KROQ. She's on the biggest
yeah?
rock station in LA.
Hey,
K Rock.
hey,
Shout you out.
Yeah.
Allie,
Yeah.
Let's go.
Culturally rooted, Ali. You got to follow these guys. They're
Please,
hilarious. You got to have them on the show. Hilarious.
Ooh,
All the
please.
brown
Come on
chocolate
over.
you can have. Anyway. So he said, no. So I'm like, all right, so what am I supposed to do? Now, I've never been on TV before. I've never done what she's asking me to do, and it's 3 hours. It's 3 hours of stuff. A 3-hour tour for my first time, right? So I say, I've never been on. What am I supposed to do? She said, just be your dumbass self. You'll be fine. Just be your dumbass self. Don't do anything else but be yourself. I said, are you sure? Let me ask. Are you sure? Yeah. Just don't swear. She said, just don't swear. If you don't swear, you'll be fine. Just don't swear. So can I tell him you're coming? I said, yeah, fine. Wow. Gosh damn it. That's fine.
Threw you into the wolves like that.
So my first live shot ever was at the E Center, because it was at the E Center at the time, and it was an indoor football team called the Utah Warriors. I went over there and I just did everything I thought would be fun. I tried out for the cheerleaders. I tried out for the football team. I tried out for the announcer.
And
you know,
this was
just me, just like thinking of, because they were expecting somebody else to come, Allie, and Allie just tells dirty jokes. Sorry, you do. You know you do. You do. This is the lady that's famous on KTLA for doing the shake weight. That's my girl. There's no Big Budah without that lady. Thank you, Allie. Yeah, sorry.
Okay,
sorry. I didn't tell him everything. I promise.
Oh, yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Not yet.
That was
I
all
tell
we
him
needed to
everything.
know right there.
I still want you to call me, okay? All right. We're friends.
Okay,
But that was the first one I did. I just did everything. Everything I thought, because I didn't know if they're going to call me back. I'm like, I'm going to just
freestyle everything.
So one segment, I had my back to the camera, and I had the girls just make me up like super what's the drag queen, just all out
makeup.
So they're talking to me. What are you doing? I said, don't worry about it. Hold on, let me just work on this. And they're put the back of my head.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I'm like, I'm working. That girl from Drew Carey show. That's what I told her to make me up like. Mimi from Drew Carey
right.
show.
It is Mimi.
I told her to tell. I know I have a hard time saying it too. Parangi Mimi, not tongan Mimi, or Samoan Mimi,
He made me
or
just
Hawaiian
got me
Mimi.
by
Gosh
saying
dang it,
that
there's a lot of
too. I was
Mimis.
like, Buddha got me to say that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You can
sorry.
say Mimi. It's okay.
Me.
That's
anyway.
right.
But
Yeah, she looks crazy. Yeah, she
But
looks
I
crazy.
told her, I
look
told
like her.
the cheerleaders make me look like that. Man, they went all out. But again, I can't see it.
That's right.
I can't see it. So the camera's back here. Hey, Buddha, what are you doing? I'm like, hold on, man. I'm working on this thing. I wanted to look perfect, man. I want to look like the part, act like the part. So I had like a tutu on. I had pom-poms ready.
You was really in there.
And they were, what are you doing? Are you face painting? No, man, hold on, Carrie. Hold on. Let me get it just right. Just, okay, now blow in my eye. Because I see girls. Okay, I'm ready. Now spin me around. They spun me around, and I just like, hey, like
And
that.
makeup
and
on
they
and-
lost it. They just freaking fell out of their
was the one
seats,
right
and yeah. So after the show
I like
ended,
that, bro.
I didn't think they were ever gonna call me back. But
Right.
You had fun.
next
They loved
day,
it, huh?
they said, we showed this to the bosses. They love you. We want to make you our permanent fill-in guy. So you can fill in for Allie McKay whenever she's sick, whenever she goes on vacation. And I'm like, cool, I could use the cross promotion. I didn't even ask about pay.
He wasn't even thinking. Okay.
So I did that for 3 months. I got back pay because I didn't ask for it. I didn't fill out my time card. I was having so much fun.
Yeah.
I was having so much fun because remember, now I'm on the radio and I'm doing this whenever they call me. So I was able to cross promote. So I did that for 2 years. So that's 2003. I filled in for Casey for Allie McKay and then Shauna Thomas after Allie McKay. And then when her contract ended because she did soft porn,
right.
they offered me the
That's
full.
right. I remember. No, that's a real story.
For real?
They offered me the full-time gig. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But that was the rumor.
Hey, but that's what gave you the opening.
But that gave me so I was already filling in for
And
them.
that gave you the full-time job.
And I'll just tell you this, I was making squat at the radio station compared to regular jobs.
okay.
I mean, I'll put it this way. I think I was making $12,000 in radio. Ask any because I wasn't the main guy.
Dude,
I wasn't the main guy.
What?
Yeah, I wasn't the main guy. So my first contract that they signed me to in Fox was a 3-year contract. It started at $50,000. I about fell out of I thought I made it. I was like, we're going to Chuck's. We're going to Chuck's. Mom, let's go. Bring your in-laws. Bring your in-laws.
Bring everybody. Let's roll.
Everybody. That was back when you could afford it, man. You know.
Yeah, you're
Hey,
right.
you ain't lying.
No Betos tonight.
Hey, so explain that feeling, Buddha. You just
Dude,
get the contract.
It was
from
just
Fox?
I had to
Now
check
you're on
it again.
TV.
I had to check it again because there was an increase. There was an increase every year. I'm like, this part that you says you're giving me a raise just for giving me a raise.
I
Like
want to make sure.
I'm getting a raise just automatically. And it's just, if you look right there, it says that it'll automatically kick in on the first of the year. And I'm like, when do you guys take it away? It was just it was just crazy.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
that part
that's
right there, Buddha. Like, look,
And
that I ain't gonna lie. Growing up, me and my family, we watched everything, but we would specifically watch Fox News in the morning
Just
to
his
catch
segment.
this guy.
His segment. You're
I
in
like-
line.
There's a guy on TV that looks just like us.
Us, bro.
And he talks like us.
you ain't
and
lying.
his
And he's
humor is
funny
like
like
us.
us.
Yeah.
Like,
bro.
Thank you.
Buddha, you don't know
No,
how
hey.
much you changed the TV game, at least for
Man.
like Polynesians here in Utah.
I'm glad you said that.
We
No, real
wanted to
talk.
watch was you.
I'm not talking about what you said about me, about Utah, because I said the exact same thing when I was in San Jose hosting the Pacific Feats. And I said, y'all got to come to Utah because we are doing stuff that y'all don't see here in California.
Come on.
That you don't even see in Hawaii.
That's
I mean,
right.
I'm not saying, I'm not dissing the Hawaiians that are on
Right,
TV
right.
and radio. They are our people, but you don't see us.
No, you ain't lying.
I'm
Right.
just saying, y'all
I
got
just
to come
think
to
we're a
Utah.
Mormon state, man.
I said most of the artists that are singing are from they're from Utah.
That's
Becky's
right.
from Utah.
That's right.
And Two Seasons from. I'm
Makisi,
just saying.
you know what I
Red
mean?
TV.
And that's why I've been
Come
trying to
on.
tell
Yeah,
people.
Malcolm Jerome.
I was
Anna
even I was even doing jokes. Oh no, Anna too. Yes, I was doing jokes that I usually do here in our at Utah. You know when because I host an MC's
right,
shows,
right,
right?
right.
And you guys are used to my style,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I went to San Jose and I said the same things. They were laughing like nobody tickled them before. It's the craziest thing. I'm like, y'all never heard this before?
That's what I'm trying to say,
I
bro.
said, y'all got to come to Utah,
We're a little
man.
different.
We
We're a little
used to
different.
We
this,
everywhere
bro.
now, yeah.
I'm telling you, we are the birthplace, and I mean that not literally, of the first Tongan-born NFL person, Vaisi Kahima. He lives here. He lives here.
Eagles.
He got to
If you don't
start
know about
here.
that,
Hey, hold
Arizona,
up.
Eagles,
If we
yeah.
gonna talk about the first, were you the first Samoan?
I was the first Samoan feature reporter on TV. The
Come
first,
on,
the
man.
first TV feature reporter.
Come on, man.
U.S. born.
Guys,
Sorry.
I just say if we talking
We
about
gotta
first,
give you your flowers,
let's
bro.
get Buddha
No, you
on
ain't lying.
there.
I appreciate
The
that.
first.
Yeah, no, and
Let's
going off
go.
of what cousin was saying, man, like for real, man. That's really why we wanted you on our show, Buddha. Yeah, obviously to tell your story, man, but to give you your flowers, man, because he's right. You, a kid like us growing up, and my mom. I see my mom turn it on, and we watching you, and a kid like me sitting there, like he said, like, man, I used to ask my mom, "Mommy, Polly?" My mom said, "Yeah," and just watching the segments you would do, let me know, like, man, look. Like, we know The Rock, we know all these people, but this guy was the guy for us that we would watch out in
Facts.
Utah.
Big facts.
And say, if he can be on TV, why couldn't we?
Yes.
You know what
That's
I mean?
it.
Yes.
And that's really what it was.
And I
man.
would tell everybody this, and I still this is my claim even to today. If you put a Polynesian in this position where I'm at, they will thrive because this is our DNA. Like I'm telling y'all. That's why I'm saying I want to connect us back to our ancestral beginnings. We told stories before. This is our format. We didn't write shit down. We told it in song. We told it in dance. We told it in story.
Watch
That's what I'm saying. That's why it feels natural to us to do this. That's why every Polynesian thinks they can be on the radio.
That's real-
That's
that's
why
real
every
talk, though.
Polynesian
For real?
thinks they can be on TV.
No, that's real talk,
Or
though.
act.
Yeah.
Or how can we ridicule the guy, the number one guy on Hollywood is us, but yes, the fob's like, I don't like the way he do that. You see the way he smiled? I don't like, because
that's
we
all.
think we can do it. I'll take it even a step further. If Mike Tyson, if the baddest MMA fighter walks into this room, the four of us would be like, yeah, he bad. Oh, man, can we get a picture? Holloway, let's get a picture, blah, blah, blah. As soon as he walks out the door,
I'll beat his
I
ass.
bet
We
all
talking
of
shit.
all of us are like, oh, he wasn't even that big.
I'll whoop that nigga.
Totally, he wasn't even that
Yeah,
big.
you ain't
I only
lying.
need one. I only need one.
You know what I mean?
I don't know anybody else that does that. I
ain't lying.
don't know
You ain't
anybody
lying.
else that does that shit. And we do it with a smile. Nah, bro. He was like up to nah, bro. Man, you see my left hook? You never seen my left hook, bro. I can take him. Y'all missing out. Y'all missing out.
That's real facts, though.
Go to a Kava circle. Y'all missing
Hey,
out.
and going off of that, I feel like people love that. That's the reason why they loved you when you're on TV, because you were giving them something that was normal to you, but to us, the people that were watching, they were
was
like,
relatable.
"That's funny."
Hey.
They're like,
Yeah.
And
I
also
never saw
it
that.
was so different from non-Polynesians,
That's
right?
what I mean.
It was
Exactly.
like, oh, that reminds me of And they always say Shone. I always laugh. Every time I'm out in public, hey, do you know Shone from American Fork? And I would always, do you know Billy from Orem? Oh, you don't? Well, I don't know Shone from.
Yeah, bro.
Like, you go to Tonga, if you say Shone, you got 20 dudes turn around.
Hey, white people stop doing that shit. We don't know all the people like us, okay?
Okay, look. So look, let's go back to
Sorry.
it though. So you're in the news. Hey, props to you, man. Thank you again, man. Giving your flowers. You're on the news, as a poly man. But I wanted to bring this up. There was like a segment where you had, where your family kind of wanted you to change your lifestyle.
Because I was fat. Say it. Because I was fat, yeah.
We all seen Big
No,
Budah.
I want to say, because he says lifestyle, and people can think a whole bunch of other things right now.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to make sure y'all know I was fat.
It
Okay,
was
yeah.
just your,
So-
they just wanted you to change because your weight.
Yeah.
No, that's what.
I
Yeah.
was-
So the
I was
segment
450
was about,
pounds.
There you go. So
450.
yeah. So when we were watching Big Budah, his name was Big Budah. If you were watching him back then, yeah, my guy was big, right?
I look like that doll that you find at the Chinese stores in the front with all of the
All the coins.
with all the coins. Like that's how I look. I'm real, for real. 61. I have a pants waist 61. I was a waist 61.
You said waist.
Bro, I got hanging skin. You want to fight with my skin? My skin. I got hanging skin right here.
Hey,
I'm
look,
serious.
so look,
I was big. I was big.
So
big.
like I watched this and I ain't gonna lie, man. It kind of got me emotional. But the reason why I brought it up because in the poly community, you guys have uncles and aunts and cousins that were like that. You know what I mean? But on this segment, the thing that got me was I seen your daughter crying. Like, and the thing was, all she asked was she just wanted you there
For a wedding.
for her wedding.
Yeah. She gut checked me. My daughter
So
Jalen.
that's what I want to. Yeah. So go ahead.
Yeah, my daughter Jalen gut checked me. You know, one day she just says, I think I was on the couch and I was hella passed out. I think I was drooling and she woke me up and was crying. I was like, what's wrong?
no, yeah.
She's like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna be around to walk me down the aisle?
Yeah.
I mean, Dad, look at you, man. I mean, you're useless to us right now. You're sleeping, you're doing this. I mean, you're up when you do your job, but you're not healthy. You're not healthy. What are you gonna do? So just like any parent, when your child gut checks you want to go try to make them happy and try to, solve the problem. That's what you want to do. You want to solve the problem, right? As a parent, poly parent.
Right.
So I tried going on a diet, man. I tried every effing diet under the sun.
I remember that because you were doing it while you were still on TV.
Yeah. So I was trying to
But you
do
were
all
losing
those diets.
You were losing weight though.
I was so apart, but I wasn't. It wasn't sustainable. So whatever it was, I couldn't connect
Okay.
it. So I just said, I'm gonna look into the gastric sleeve. And I looked at the gastric bypass. Now I chose a sleeve because it had a stomach still. That to me, in my mind, God gave me a stomach. I should at least have a stomach, even if
have
it's
that.
small.
For sure.
Even if
For
it's
sure.
small, just
gotta have-
don't
you
take
gotta
it
have
out.
it. Don't
The
take it
man
out.
wanted you to have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I chose that route. And basically, it's portion control for the rest of your life.
Forever?
They cut if you follow the rules.
Oh, okay.
So they basically cut your stomach in half. It's the size of probably the can. It's probably the size of your stomach. And so if you overeat, it hurts. It feels like somebody's stabbing your stomach. No. So you either stop, or if you really love that damn food,
You're gonna go
you're
through the pain.
you're gonna keep eating.
Stretch it out
So you
again.
can reverse it.
Oh,
Yeah,
you can.
So I was at a point where I thought that was it because, people would say that to you when you got through. Oh, you cheated. Oh, you got the easy way out, this and that. And it just did something to my psyche. And I realized, no, you still got to work out. So I started to balloon a little bit back up or maybe plateau. And I was like, F that. That's not going to be me. I'm not going to go through all of this just to have this
to go
stuff.
back.
Go back,
So I
yeah.
went back to following the rules. I went to an all liquid diet just to get my body right back right where it needs to be, and I've been following it ever since. So
What's an all liquid diet? What does that mean?
all liquid diet.
Oh,
Yeah,
exactly
so you
what
can
it
blend
said.
your food. You can just
Oh,
drink
you're
juice.
drinking it.
Yeah,
You're not
just drink
chewing
it. You're not chewing it. Yeah. So for me
I heard that's better
That was
that
the
way,
way
too.
to bring your body back to where it's supposed to be.
Is that the same as juicing?
Same as juicing. Yeah.
Hey, but real
Yeah.
talk, Buddha, like you said, I know so many people that have gotten the surgery
And don't want to talk about it. Oh, sorry.
No, that too.
And they want to hide it that they
No,
got surgery.
real
Oh, sorry.
talk.
Hey,
Yeah,
that
for real.
part too. They
Yeah.
don't
Real talk.
want to admit to it, but,
Right?
But,
I went to the gym. I
but
didn't
look,
do nothing.
But look, they get it, and then they go back to what they were, and I'm like, damn, like what just happened?
All
So,
that work.
like,
Because
hey,
it's here. It's all the
hey,
mental.
props
So
to you.
here's the thing, and I'm not dissing Mexico, but I can only tell you about my experience. So here they go through a psychological evaluation. They talk about food and how your relationship with food. They do all of this. And I know a lot of our people are going to Mexico because of the strict rules here.
Right.
I don't know if they do all of that there. All of that mental stuff where maybe that's the part that helps you here, because when I discovered it on my own, I was able to tell myself, okay, this is what we need to do in order to fix that. And it's because they told me that. They told me if you don't follow the rules, you're going to go right back to it.
What it was.
And so that's, and I don't know if they told them that in Mexico.
They're just going to get the
They're just pay, here's my money, give my surgery. Boom, boom, boom.
I'm good now.
Even if
I'll
it's
see you in 5 years.
Yeah, even if it's certified, if it's up and good, it doesn't matter. I don't know if they're telling them the way everything is supposed to be done.
Stick to it.
That's all. But I have encountered a lot of people who got the surgery, but when I asked them, so what are you working on?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to dig. I already know you got the surgery.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
oh, no, I'm just working out. I said, no, how's the food? I said,
hey,
no, I already know you. I already know about what you do.
Fucking lying,
Yeah.
gay.
How are nuts with you? Yeah. Just, I'm talking about food, bro. God dang.
Come on,
Hey,
man.
but why do you think that
They act like that?
Yeah, why do you think they hide it, bro? Because I'm like, dude,
Like, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I want to say I think I had a inkling to be like that, but because of my job, where was I gonna go? Where was I gonna hide?
Everybody's
my
watching
you know what I'm
you.
saying?
I see.
So how can I? So what was I gonna do if I met somebody? Maybe they're just testing me. So how'd you lose all your weight? Oh my gosh, how'd you do it? And then if I say, oh, just working out, liar, bastard.
I saw.
Yeah, I saw
Liar
you,
bastard.
Yeah, sorry, that's my
That's his white voice. Lying bastard, Buddha.
psyches, man. Sorry,
I saw you on the news, you liar.
foiled by those kids. Oh my gosh. Damn it. F you guys, man.
Why does he sound like this?
Hey, if you close your eyes and listen to this guy, you ain't gonna see Buddha. You gonna see little Ricky over there. Yeah, Buddha.
Zoinks.
Hey,
Zoinks, guys.
But real talk,
I'm trying to give you guys a real
I-
feeling, man.
I just want to give you your props, Buddha, because you've been maintaining it,
No,
dog,
that's real talk
for a
man.
long time, man.
Hey,
you
for
look
real.
good,
Well,
dog.
Hey, big props to you, man.
yeah.
Like, I mean, like I said, the reason why I brought that up, man, because we all have daughters, man.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like to us that we would do for our kids, man. And so, like, big props to you for going through that.
So
man.
hard, bro. I would
Yeah.
say let's try to keep doing the little things. You know, make it habit instead of waiting till your daughter checks you.
No, hey, no, that's
Yeah.
real talk, and that's why, like I said, we know somebody that
We all
my
know
brother-in-law
somebody.
was like that, man. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Rest in peace, passed away because of that. You know what I mean? And that's the heart. I mean the pain that comes with it is that he leaves behind a wife and a daughter. You know what I mean? And all because of he
Yeah.
didn't want to go through that. So and the reason why I bring that up is because, man, get the surgery if you have. There's no shame in this
Yeah,
thing,
there's
man.
no shame in
Be
that.
healthy, man.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
live a healthy life.
Use that handicap sticker that you've had already. You got the handicap
wasn't
sticker
yours.
first. You got the handicap sticker first. Now go
Front
get the
row.
rescind, okay?
Get that front row access.
Don't act like I'm the only one, okay?
Okay, look,
real,
so you're on the air now. You got your job. You got the surgery. You living healthy. What does Buddha do after that? Because to me, after you, I mean, we know you for Fox 13, but then I don't know nothing after that. So what
Hey,
would
besides the radio?
yeah, you know what I'm saying? What did Buddha do after the?
Are you talking about like what do I do for fun? Like
Oh,
are
no,
you asking
no,
me for
like-
hobbies or like the
That
next
too,
part of the
but
career?
Yeah, or what was your next move after
Oh,
that?
so
What was going on after
I was
that?
doing so. Fox was really the the vehicle for
How long did
visibility.
you do Fox for?
So I started in 2003 and I just ended last year. So just 19 years, just short of 20
Damn.
years.
20 years,
Just short of
bro.
20 years. Yeah.
God,
Oh, sorry. It was 2003 to 2023. Sorry.
20
It's
years.
20 years.
So 20 years in this market, but remember I started in 1995
Yeah.
in Sacramento.
Yeah.
So I've been in the business since 95.
But
It's been a
when
while.
you're in Fox for that 20 years, is there anything you wanted to do?
I was
outside of that?
doing lots of stuff. So
Okay.
they allowed me to do movies. So I was able to play a Tongan foreign exchange student in the RM.
Forever Strong.
I was in Forever
Oh.
Strong. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Dude, when he said the RM, I was like, "That's right, dude."
Yeah, I was in the RM. I played the camp counselor in Forever Strong. You know the
Yeah,
rookie.
yeah,
movie.
that's right, that's right. Yeah.
I did a couple of other movies.
Did you not want to get
it's
into
Christmas
that?
Charlie. It's So Fox was the bread and butter, right? You got to take care of that. The
Right.
problem with the auditions were you had to go on your own time, and if you got the part, then you had to schedule your vacation. So Fox didn't trip on that. They said, as long as you use your vacation, we don't care what you do. You know, as long as it's not a rated X movie. And I'm like, but that was the part they just freaking got.
That's
man.
what they want.
It's
me
like a
to
5-second
play.
scene.
What's gonna pay more?
X-Men. Sorry, no. But they were very. Fox was very, very kind to me
Okay.
in that regard, letting me do a lot of third-party stuff. I got to MC the Warriors throughout my career. I got to MC for
rugby
the
team.
Jazz, the rugby. No, that came
football
later.
team.
The football team.
Oh, that's
Inside
right.
door.
You're right.
It
That's
started
right.
with them, and then I became the Utah Blaze.
That's right.
You mean
Yep.
Arena
That's
football.
right.
So I announced them. I'm still working at Fox. I was able to do commercials, some TV things.
So Fox opened up a
lot of
whole lot of.
No. It was funny. Is that I actually got the movie thing on my own. Well, no. Okay, sorry. I should give Fox credit because the Palangi director. Of course, it's the Palangi director. The director of the RM. They had an open casting call, and none of our people showed up, or none of them were big enough. Maybe they were small because they were looking for a big Tongan to play the part.
Gotcha.
So I'm on TV and I get a call. Oh my gosh. It ties right back to Allie. So this is when Allie is actually introducing us at the radio station. So she's there. They see us. The phone line rings up. It's Kurt Hale of Hailstorm Productions. He said, "Hey man, we got a part for you. We'd like for you to read. Does it pay? Because I ain't doing free." That's the first
so they
question I
pitched
had.
it to you.
Yeah, they asked me this.
You didn't go looking for
No,
it?
nobody, because nobody showed up. Nobody showed up to the casting call. That's the real story. So they gave me a script. I went over to the offices in Provo. I read in front of Kurt Hale. Oh, shoot, he's going to, Paul Eagleston. And there was another guy that I couldn't remember, but he was the producer. He's Kurt Hale's second right-hand man. They're together on
That's
Hailstorm
crazy.
Entertainment. So I read this thing, and they're like, what about eating? Could you eat like let's say a typical eating at breakfast? What does it look like in Samoa? I said, well, we have a big loaf of bread, and usually there's a big thing of butter,
That's right.
boiled eggs.
That's
If we're
right.
lucky, we
Some
might have
cocoa.
some hot dogs.
That's it.
You know,
No, you ain't lying.
and I go like, okay, well, how would you eat? Like if you reached over and grabbed the bread, and I said, like, if nobody's watching, and they're like, yeah. So I grabbed the bread, I opened it, I put the butter in, and I started smushing it like this,
That's the
like
best.
that,
Hey, that's the best, bro.
like that. And they're like,
How else you want me to do?
he got the part. We're giving him the part. Just like that. We're giving him the part. This is it. This is our guy. This is our guy.
Racist.
Break that bread.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
So they signed me to a contract. I filled out all the paperwork, and I instantly became SAG eligible because I had lines. Usually, you have to work your way from background to that. These guys fast tracked my. It was
just pushed you up.
I didn't know what that was going to happen. Just by me giving us just one line, it opened the door for me in other parts. Because from that movie. And this is what I learned about movies. If you get on a set, you want to be friendly with everybody because there's other productions going on, and if they like you and there's something close enough where you fit the description,
Everyone talking.
hey, I got this guy over here, man. He fits. You will get a job. That's what happened with me in the movie. So I did a movie back to back to back because I fit the roles they were looking for. So when I was shooting the RM, somebody mentioned my name to the guys that were shooting American Pastime. And it was a Japanese Hawaiian movie about the internment camp in Topaz when they jailed all the Asian Americans.
Oh, okay.
So I was the husband I was a Hawaiian married to a Japanese woman.
Wait, what's this movie?
American Pastime.
American Past.
Yeah. So I was shooting that movie, and then somebody said, hey, there's a rugby movie too that's going on. They're looking, nobody's going out to the casting calls. You want to go try? I went from that to set. I went from set to set, and that's how I built up my credits. But the key is you got to make friends while you're on the set talking.
You never
Because
know.
I was with Jared Hess and his wife Alicia. I think Jerusha Hess. They're the ones that wrote Napoleon Dynamite. They're the ones that Nacho Libre. We were on the set, and these dudes are pitching that story of Nacho Libre, and everybody's poo-pooing it. Bro, I remember it like it was yesterday.
That's
so
one of my favorite movies.
Jared's like telling this story. So what are you guys working on? What are you working on? They get to Jared. He's like, I got this movie where the guy's in the parish, and he's going to wrestle to pay for the parish. Oh, that sounds cool, but I don't think it'll fly. Da-da-da, this and that. Next
movie.
thing you know,
Jack
cha-ching.
Black. Jack
He
Black.
did it.
Perfect for
Yeah,
that.
and remember, because Napoleon Dynamite
That's
was
right, that movie.
that launched it.
That's right.
And because of my relationship with him on the RM, we were able to get like behind the scenes. We got to go up to Idaho. What was the name of that city? Whatever the city was where they filmed it at, we got to go up and do the Happy Hands Day just because I was friend with Jared and his wife because we dropped his name and we were on the same production team.
Dope.
Yeah.
So it's just people you
Again,
meet,
like you guys said, God put me in the place I'm supposed to be, and
Right.
you know,
For sure,
and I
for
think
sure.
I think that's for all of us. And if we don't
No, that's true.
open our mouth and
No,
do what we're
that's
supposed
true,
to do,
man.
Capitalize.
you know,
Yeah.
would we have been together if we didn't talk?
No, that's what I was about to bring that up right now. But to be honest, man, that's exactly how it was. We were at a fight. We got invited to come to a fight.
A professional fight.
A professional fight. Shout out Fierce. Find out Fierce
Underground
Championship.
fight.
Hey, let's
And,
go.
and after the fight,
Zeke.
Zeke. Yeah, shout
Zeke
out
Glock
Zeke.
2.
Watch out.
We're gonna have him here soon. So, but
He's got
yeah,
heavy
but
hands,
after
by the way.
yeah,
Heavy hands.
but after the fight, we
were just chopping it up.
Ran into Buddha and we were talking and I told him what we were doing and he already kind of knew what we were doing and this is it.
Yeah.
So
No, I
that's what-
follow you guys. Love what you guys do.
Hey, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
this is how
Appreciate it,
this is how it became. But man, we love you, man. Thank you, man. But you're right. It's all
Open
about
your mouth.
It's all about meeting people, man.
I thought you guys drank kava on this show. To be honest with you, no,
Hey,
no.
so
I don't know.
We could.
Yeah, we
No, I'm not advocating. I just thought that was a show thing.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a thing.
we usually give out cover. That's what
Got
we,
you. Oh,
You know what I mean? But we have people that mix while we shoot, but nothing like that. But yeah, anyways, but he does mix.
Nah,
But yeah, like you said, man, it's all about shooting your shot, man, and it's about people you meet, man, because you never know who that person is.
yep.
You know what I mean?
6
And that's
degrees,
exactly
7
how
degrees,
we-
6 degrees of separation. You
That's
just
right,
never know who
man.
you're gonna meet, man.
That's
that's
crazy.
all it takes, right there.
It really is. Pella and I. So Pella's my cousin. She does the morning show with me. She and I just did a photo shoot with a photographer who I don't know who she is, but we just met. But she has been taking photos of the guys who are doing the tataos. And she had no idea that we knew each other. And it's just
see,
that
that's
world
crazy,
and how
man.
and she's like,
Small
I'm
world.
doing more and more things with Pacific Islanders here in Utah. I have not really doing a lot outside of Utah.
Yeah.
And it brings me back to my point, y'all. If you're listening to us outside of Utah, you really gotta come see what we're doing.
You ain't lying.
And I don't know if it is. I believe it's the hustle of the people, but it's also the hosts of the state. They have got to recognize the talent too to give us that opportunity.
real talk.
Because if your
Yes,
gatekeepers
sir.
don't open the door, it doesn't
it's
matter
like-
how cool you look.
It don't
It
matter.
don't matter
No
how
more.
cool.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So shout out to the gatekeepers
That's
here
true. Hey, shout y'all
for
out.
giving us our opportunity. We got to recognize that too. As
Yeah,
much
man.
as we are flourishing, we wouldn't be flourishing if they had their foots on our neck. I'm just saying.
I know that's
facts.
100%.
Let's keep it real.
Man.
That's
Yeah.
big fact.
So thank you
Yeah.
Utah, for being open-minded, and as much fun as they poke at us, Polynesians are thriving here in Utah. Businesses,
You heard that.
businesses,
Yes, sir.
concerts. We've been throwing concerts here,
Come
man.
on,
heard
bro.
that.
We got Polynesian
In
artists.
Utah.
Yeah, that's real talk though.
Jeez.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. But again, man, thank you, man, because that next morning I woke up after that fight, and some dude was writing me like, "Hey, man, I don't know if you know, but Big Budah shout y'all out on the radio." Hey, I ain't gonna. Hey, me and my guys jumped on the phone and we were like, "Where? Can somebody find this?"
Yeah.
Whoever-
we
Well,
were
no, it's just
tripping
a
out.
real. I like to tell the stories the way it happens, you
I
know.
feel
And so
you, man.
here's real talk. Pella and I have been thinking about something that we can do as a radio show, and what we see is that there's a disconnect between the radio shows that are giving out these tickets to these shows and the actual shows. Like they just give them away, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's the way y'all want to do it. That's the way y'all want to do it. I told Pella, look, if we give away tickets to the Ludacris show, I want these guys to give us tickets because I want to be there. I want to be with our people and say,
That
thank you for
makes
coming out. Thank you for coming out.
sense.
Look, we don't just
Facts.
give away tickets.
Yeah.
We
You guys
about
are
here.
with
We're
us.
here. We're with our people. You have to. And I said, once you get the community on your side, we'll take over. I said, we have to show the community we're part of them, that we are them, we're their voice. Because last time I checked, I don't know any other morning show that matches the demographic
That's real
out there
talk.
on all the radio
That's
stations.
real talk.
That's all I'm
Talk
saying.
your ears, though.
Ooh,
That's
yeah,
real talk,
there
man.
you
Right?
go.
Yeah.
Real
There
talk.
you go.
That's all. And to take it a step further, Pella's the only African American personality on air on
Hey,
radio. That,
shout
if y'all
out
want to
Pella,
if y'all want
man.
to take it out that further,
No,
because
that's
she's
real
half
talk.
black, half
Yeah, no,
Samoan.
that's real talk, yeah.
You know, and also Tamara Vaifanua, you know, you
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about not seeing somebody that looks like you and all that. Tamara, I love that she's on just for that purpose for our daughters, so that our daughters can see a female that looks like them, sounds like them,
On the
as
next.
beautiful as them.
Hey, let's
Not
go.
not American beautiful. That's beauty.
No,
and
you ain't lying.
I mess with that. That's me. That's my mom. That's my auntie.
That's my sister.
And she
Yeah.
could be on TV.
And she could be up there.
You know what?
Why
I want to
can't
do that.
Yep.
I want to do that.
But
Yeah,
hey,
man, appreciate
that's
man.
you, Buddha.
Yeah.
That's you
Yeah,
opening
real
doors
talk,
for
man.
everybody else, man. So shout out to Buddha again.
appreciate that.
But look, so we're gonna get into this section, culturally rooted, obviously, man. So we're gonna talk about some culture, man,
Yep.
on our show. And one thing is that in Tongan we say "whakaapa-apa." How you say it in Samoan?
Fa'aloalo.
Okay, respect, right?
Fa'aloalo. Just slow it down.
Okay, and what I want to get into is that everybody knows Tongan, Samoan, Fijian. If you're Polynesian, respect is a big thing in our culture, right? But coming with that, with respect, also comes with baggages, comes with other things that go on in the family. And I want to kind of touch on this on culture, man. We touched it on with a lady that we had on here earlier, mental health, but a lot of things that happen in our culture that we like to just sweep under the rug and forget about it. But to me, I don't sit well with that, because if I'm teaching my kids to be respectful, to respect our culture, be prideful in our things and stuff like that, why in the hell would I sweep shit under the rug? That just makes me look like I'm teaching you something that you should do, but I'm not following what I'm trying to teach you. Right?
Do as I say, not as I do.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Fair.
You're supposed to practice what you preach. So going off of that, Buddha, what is one thing in our culture, Buddha, that you agree with, that you're like, you know what, I can pass this on to my kids, and I love it that my culture does this? And what's one thing that you're like, they do it in my culture, but you're like, man, that's not something that I want to pass on to my kids, or something that I want to live by?
You know, great question. That's I think as Pacific Islanders, we have a unique perspective, kind of like our Hispanic and Latino brothers and sisters, right? They hold their culture, their language close to their chest,
right.
You know, la raza, you know, that kind of scene, corazon, right?
Yeah.
And I believe that we have that same kind of feeling. I think in Tonga and Samoa, they call it the va. You know, we have this va wheloa'i.
That's right.
We have this relationship with land. We have a relationship with each other. My relationship with my sister, even though she's a woman, is different than my relationship with my mom, even though she's also a woman. Yeah. There's levels to it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Right?
No, go ahead. Keep going.
So with the culture, the respect, because that is the respect, the traditions of showing respect, giving respect,
right.
even in the face. I mean, even in the face of adversity, like our Maui brothers, you know, they want to make sure. Are y'all ready to fight though? For real, we want to make sure y'all ready. So step on the leaf.
That's right.
And let me know y'all ready.
That's right. Right.
Oh, you didn't step on it. They ain't about that life.
pick
Let's
it
go.
up then. Yeah,
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 we friends now.
pick up
But we don't. They warn you.
That's
You know,
right.
that's what I'm saying. We're like that. You know. So I love that respect. I love. Even to a default, right? We respect to the fault where, oh, it's okay. No, you're hungry.
No, you're
you want
right.
to? No, it's
Yeah, no,
okay.
I'm not hungry.
No,
Yeah,
it's
go
okay.
ahead. Yeah, but
And
you're
your
like,
stomach is like twisted.
Yeah,
You know?
that's
See,
it.
that's taking it a little too far.
I don't know why we do that. Everyone does that.
Everyone.
No, it's okay.
I'm
No,
like that
You're hungry
too,
as
bro.
hell, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Nah, not me.
It's that Polynesian
I'ma tell you.
shame.
No,
You know,
you ain't lying.
I don't know what it is. So that would be the thing that I don't agree with, and I don't know where it comes from. We don't look at our elders' eyes. We look down, and you know it's a sign of disrespect when you look at their eyes,
right.
like you want to challenge
You're
them.
right,
You're not
right.
good enough
And-
to look at them.
And the only thing I could just tell you is that we are a warrior nation, and I've said this example before. What people always ask, why do Tongans and Samoans don't get along? I said, why do Polynesians not get along in general? Is because each of these young men have a 500-pound gorilla at their home that's beating the crap out of them, and the kids that are their size. What are they going to do this 500-pound gorilla hasn't already done? So you got a Tongan kid and you got a Samoan kid whose fathers are exactly the same. Who's going to back down? Nobody's going to back down. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Nobody's going to back down. It's not because we're hardcore. It's because of our upbringing. That's just it. How many times has your dad said to you, if you fight, you better not come home. You better not lose.
That's right.
I'm gonna take you.
If you have a bloody nose, that kid, you know,
You're gonna get a beating too.
I mean, it was
You know,
so
you're right.
confusing. On Sunday, we had to love everybody, but on Monday through Saturday, you better win that fight. He better have a bloody. It was so confusing. That's why we joined gangs. So we can.
no. That's real talk, though.
How many times have you heard Americans say, "Oh, these kids are from broken homes. They don't have a parent in the house." No, we had full families. We did gang banging because we were bored.
That's right, bro.
Because we wanted to
We're
fight,
getting whooped, yeah.
just like our Mexican brothers. The Aztec blood, it's a real thing. That DNA is in you. You are a warrior. I told you guys at the fight.
right.
How many warriors fought that? I'm not
right.
dissing Vikings. I'm just
No,
talking
you're
about
right.
us,
Yeah,
our
you're
truth,
right.
Our people.
right? We had a Native American
Yeah.
and 2 Polynesians.
That's right.
That's all we know is fighting. Nobody talks about how diplomatic we are. When it comes to Polynesians, nobody has ever said, you know what, I love about Polynesians. You got to watch out. They can get very diplomatic. Watch out, guys. Don't piss them off. They start using those lawyer words. You better watch. Nobody ever says that.
right.
What do they
They don't
say?
talk like that.
They are so nice until you piss them
That's
off.
right.
That's our stuff. That's our DNA. That's all I'm saying.
I like that.
Own it.
bro.
Own it.
I like that.
Yup.
You know?
Okay, let me ask you this, since we're on culture. Do you know the story of Kava?
Hey,
I don't know the story of Kava. I know stories of Kava from people who are supposedly the gatekeepers of our stories. This is in Samoa, Hawaii, Tonga. I try to find the oldest dude who can still talk.
they can still
And
tell
I
you the story.
try to talk to them about what do they recollect about kava and how it came by. So I can tell you the kava we drink now. So my stories and my experiences have shaped the way that I look at kava. The kava that we drink now in root and powder form, I think it's an adaptation of what was used as a traveling tool, travel bags, travel kit, right? Because it can't sustain in the green state.
It's fresh.
It's fresh. It cannot
right?
sustain that. So you have to dry it out so that you can travel, so that when we have war parties, and specific, I don't know about everybody else, but I'm specifically talking about Tonga. When Tonga explorers, when Tonga's explorers were sent out by the king, the decree was to go find new land, and we're going
That's
out.
right.
That's what we're
That's
doing.
right,
We're
yeah.
conquering, right?
Yeah.
They discovered that if you dried the kava, it traveled well. Again, these are stories I heard from these elders. And so when they would get there, just like how we would prepare here in modern times for any fia, for any work, for any
right.
yate,
That's right.
we have kava,
Mix,
right?
yeah.
So why would it be any different for us to go to war and have kava with us? We can't plant it and wait to do our conquering while the kava grows.
Yeah, take it with you.
So we had to take it with us. So we dried it. The elders had the foresight to see that you had to dry it in order for it to travel. And it may not taste as good as the fresh one, but it does its job.
It does the
So
work.
so check this out. The stories that I'm getting from these guys in Hawaii and in Tonga and all over, they say, now the warriors return home. They have this taste of this kava. They drink the kava that's fresh, that tastes like watery, and they're like,
That.
what is this?
This isn't kava.
This isn't kava.
They got too used to
We gotta do the stuff that we were using preparing for battle. We gotta use the stuff that we were doing celebrating after every victory, and it wasn't this. It was this. So how did you guys do it? Mind you, the chief, the Matapules are doing it as we know it, but it's the warriors that bring this tradition. We would sit around and chew it. No chief is gonna spit in the bowl. That is not chiefly.
Yeah.
That is not
right. They
a
don't
high.
do
That is
that.
not a
Yeah,
noble.
that's
That is
right.
not a
right.
noble
Can't be doing
activity.
that, yeah.
So again, this is the pin that the Hawaiian guy says. Spitting is an act of a warrior. That's what these guys do. So they brought this tradition back and they made it the norm because they didn't like the way fresh kava tastes.
So the fresh kava is not the same color.
It's not the same color. I've drank it. I've tasted it in Hawaii. It's green. The Hawaiians today, they actually have it. So I met some of our Hawaiian cousins here
Stop.
at the show, and they were telling me,
Stop.
we just got some fresh stuff. We've got to mix with it. I'm telling you, it's a different. It hits different, but the same. It's not as bitter.
It's different, but it hits the
It tastes
same
like
up.
cucumber water. The fresh kava tastes like cucumber
Please,
water.
if y'all know what
Delightful.
Buddha's talking about,
it tastes delightful.
say
If
something
you
about
had
it.
fresh green kava, I'm not talking about the stuff that you freeze because that ferments. I'm talking about the stuff where you go and you cut it from the stalk and you palu it
Fresh.
right there
Right
in front
there.
of you.
Fresh.
You grind it right in front. Cucumber water. Telling you. So again, these
put on some shit right
you
now.
guys have to do your own fact checking. But these guys, these OGs that we're talking about, they said, look, you have to just do the factual, the logical thing. The spitting is not a noble thing.
We know that.
It only became.
No, you're right.
It only
Royalty wouldn't be
became.
doing that.
But how many times have we heard stories? Oh yeah, they would chew it and spit on it.
That's right.
Okay, that might be true, but that means we didn't come up with it. The
That's
Chiefs
right.
never would have come up
No,
with
that's
that.
disrespectful.
So the Warriors come back. So what did you guys do? This is how we did it. We're gonna do it that way. The boys know. They know. They experience it. We're gonna do it that way.
And is that how we do kava now?
But that's how the Chiefs did it.
No, I'm saying the way.
Oh, the powder, the
yeah.
dry powder. That's how we know kava now. So we've lost our connection with the
fresh.
green kava, to the fresh kava, and that is still our shiz. That's us.
Buddha, come on, man. We need to start some
telling
fresh
you, bro.
kava bars.
We-
and
He said it tastes like lime cucumber.
If you have a kava bar, you should have that. That I'm telling you, it is another experience. It just hits different.
Are they starting to
And
bring that back now? Or?
It's not as fresh as if you're in Hawaii because you
Okay.
just cut it from the stalk,
I see what you
but it's
mean.
still not as bitter, and it's just f's you up, man. No, I'm not talking about like getting drunk. Your mind, I can't comprehend it.
Really?
Like I'm feeling this feeling. I'm like,
Hey,
he's fooling us.
hey,
He's
yeah.
fooling us right
same
now.
type
cousin.
of buzz though, like a kava buzz.
yes,
just different.
You feel it.
Just tastes different.
Just-
Cousin is what he was saying.
You know, it's
We
like
need
the
some of that.
variety.
Buddha, next time you come on, can we?
Almost said something.
Let's go find some so we can. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
look,
Could
Hey,
be watching.
hey, but look,
But doesn't that make sense?
Yeah.
no, that's what
Whether
I'm trying to-
it's true or not, I'm just saying that the travel method, right?
Yeah.
We traveled and knowing how just this. I'm not all Polynesians drink kava, but I'm just saying knowing how Tongans drink kava. Can we
That's
travel
what- no,
without kava?
That's what I'm trying to say, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
No, that's big.
And
That's
it's
what
all
I'm saying. It
dried
makes
out.
sense.
It's all dried
Yeah.
out.
When it makes sense, it makes sense.
Like, what
bro.
does it look like when it's
Yeah.
fresh?
And that was how they traveled inner island. When Tonga visited Samoa, that's the only way they took it. Was in that dry form, but it wasn't until after the Warriors came home and showed them. I'm telling that's my thing.
Hey, that's some
That's
crazy
my-
kava
You know
what I
game
mean?
right there,
Come on,
y'all.
bro.
If y'all
Imagine-
don't know about this, come on. say
Imagine if
something.
they knew how to graft back then, because then you could take Tongan kava and Samoan kava and graft it from the get go,
crossbreed.
make it a real tokoso.
Hybrid.
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 Hey, we dabbing in some other shit.
You
but-
ain't lying,
Hey,
man.
Buddha, thank you for
Hey,
the
no,
game,
for real, bro.
Again-
That's real talk, though.
But it's because we like to talk stories. I know you guys go up to OGs and people that are sitting around. You ask them questions. And that's really what it is,
They
guys.
start
You got to
telling
ask
you,
questions.
Gotta ask.
You got to ask.
questions.
Okay.
Google is free, so is asking questions. So is asking questions.
Okay, yeah. So look, when did you? So did you start the radio station that you started now while you were still doing
Fox.
Fox?
So when I left U92 back in 2003, I was doing mornings and I was doing any shift they'd give me. Then I did only Fox for all those years. When I left Fox, I came back to the radio is where I'm at, and I'm also doubling on TV for KSL. So the schedule that I have now is I'll do radio in the morning,
Okay.
and I'll do TV in the afternoon. So that, I guess I could tell this. It starts September 11th. So my debut on a new KSL show happens 4 p.m. newscast. I'll be at the Utah State Fair.
Nice.
But that's the new show. That's where I'll do a debut. So every Friday I'll be on in the 4 p.m. newscast, and I'm supposed to just source family fun activities for the weekend.
Wow.
So
I'll
be on every Friday.
Check it
Hey,
out,
bro,
man.
hey, Buddha,
you
you
go.
been
I
Nice.
announced it right here, so I didn't announce it anywhere else.
Let's
But this
go.
is there you go.
Yeah,
Hold your
partial
Leroy.
Y'all heard it
Leroy.
first here.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Hey, but we're coming to the end of our segment, and on our show, Buddha, we do rapid questions where we ask you just crazy questions, and you can just answer it either way you want.
gotta
Yes or
answer.
no.
You gotta
Yeah,
answer.
but
I have to have an answer. You have to have an answer.
You
Okay.
gotta pick
Yeah,
one
yeah.
or the other, or just have an
I got
answer.
you.
So,
I'm down.
I'll start it off.
Okay.
Why the Raiders?
Because you're born into it, you
Yes,
know.
sir.
You know, just
Oh my shield.
Yeah, you know,
It's the shield.
When you're born Tongan or Samoan, nobody asks you why Tongan, why Samoan.
Hey,
I say, that's just
let
my
'em
bloodline.
know.
That's my bloodline.
Yeah.
Hey, we're the Super Bowl champs of the preseason.
Word.
Okay.
I was about to get
I'm-
into
I'm
that.
real.
Don't
I'm
worry
real.
about them
about to get into that,
49ers.
though.
No, I'm just saying the Raider fans are so split. I'm the realist where I say
Okay.
we are badass in the
let's go.
preseason.
Let's go.
Next week, I don't
We
know.
don't know.
I don't know. I'm a realist, okay? Some of my Raider fans don't like me when I say that, but
he said Super Bowl
I'm
every year.
literally, we're going to go to Super Bowl this year.
okay. Well, the Super Bowl is at our place, so I don't know if that counts.
All right, go ahead, shoot me.
Obviously with sports. Again,
Here we go.
this is the debate we ask all our guests. Who is the GOAT to you out of these three in the NBA?
Okay.
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant.
LeBron
That's two.
James.
LeBron
And-
James.
and
LeBron James is third.
I see what you did there. Dramatic
Come on,
pause.
Buddha. Come on, Buddha.
I got to go with the GOAT, and I don't know if it's my age and if it's my time, but I got to go with Michael Jordan. Just because. Hold on. Can I say my reason?
Go ahead.
Let me just say my
Go
reason.
ahead.
Let me just say
Go
my
ahead.
reason.
Go ahead.
Let me just say my
Let's
reason.
go.
Bill Laimbeer is a mean son of a bitch.
ain't
I'm just
lying.
saying.
You ain't
I'm
lying.
just saying. I put Jordan above all those guys. Now all those guys have credit and they have reason to be at the top.
Okay.
But Jordan has transcended the game, made people who don't even play basketball want to buy basketball shoes. That's my
Talk
only.
about it, Buddha.
That's my only thing. If you can get soccer moms to buy your shoe just because they know who you are, because it means excellence. I got to give it to him
Okay, I
because
have-
nobody has bought. I mean, they have Kobe shoes.
I was about to say Kobe did that.
They have Kobe
not
shoes.
everybody.
Not like Jordan.
They have
Not
Kobe
like Jordan.
shoes and they have LeBron shoes. But the golden standard is Air Jordan. Everybody wants to be
Thank
a
you,
Jordan
Buddha.
this and
Thank
Jordan.
you, Buddha.
That's the
I
only
Some
thing.
J's on my feet right
That's
now.
the only
Buddha.
thing.
See?
Okay.
That's
See?
all.
I like that. I have nothing to argue
But
with that.
but
That's
but
real
LeBron's
talk.
got to get flowers. The Mambas got to get their flowers. But if we're talking about
The GOAT.
it's I got to put Jordan just because. Man, he's
the GOAT.
he's done it.
That was a dumb.
Okay, here's my last piece of it. Here's my last evidence. He made a movie about him, and he didn't even have to be in the movie. They didn't even show his face.
Facts.
He didn't even have to be in the movie.
He had a movie like that.
Can you ask your question?
Oh,
sorry.
My bad. Yeah, I love that. All right.
That was a dumb answer,
Buddha,
Buddha.
Buddha. No, that was a good one. Since you're a kava enthusiast,
Yes.
is that how you say it?
Enthusiast, connoisseur, user,
There you
abuser,
go.
chewer.
What
Yeah.
island would you say you love? Is your favorite kava from? What island?
I'm gonna say I don't like the taste, but because it hits like a ton of bricks, Vanuatu.
Fiji.
Vanuatu.
Fiji.
Ooh.
No.
They're their own.
No, this is
They're their
the
own.
dark purple one that looks like curry. The real
They're
brown one.
their own. It's
Huh?
like
Yeah.
Stop. What's
What
it?
Have you not had?
Bro,
it's
I
like
don't- I
NP.
never
It's like
even heard
it's
of-
like Papua New Guinea. It's
Papua
like PN.
New
It's like
Guinea.
P.
Oh, it's their own.
It's
like
that
that.
bitter.
Wait, say that. Who?
PNG. Papua New
No,
Guinea.
I'm saying,
No,
say
no,
the
I
But
know
mine
that.
is Vanuatu. I like the Vanuatu.
Vanuatu.
It's
They're their own?
bitter. It's bitter, bitter,
I've never
bitter,
tried
bitter.
that.
Hey, look,
One thing I haven't tried is that one they have at Papua New Guinea where they squeeze it
Yeah, I
right
seen
into your
that.
cup.
I seen
No
that.
filter, and it looks like
Yeah, they don't even-
a snot.
I'm not even.
Camera. I keep forgetting.
Okay, Vanuatu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Vanuatu, but just for the hit. Flavor, I got to go with Hawaiian. So mild. The Hawaiian kava is very mild. So as far as hitting,
I agree.
effects, I got to go with Vanuatu. As far as flavor, taste,
Hawaiian.
it's got to go Hawaiian. You know,
Hawaiian.
real.
Okay.
You know, the kind.
The kind ba.
Kind.
Kind ba.
Hey, bro.
Hoba.
How's it?
Okay, so my question would be, what is Buddha's favorite Polynesian food? If you were to have a plate, what is on Buddha's plate? That's
What's on
Polynesian.
Buddha's plate? There you go.
Man, you know what? Just to make it simple, it's a Pacific Seas 3 meat item. Pacific Seas three meat item, bro.
Hey, I love that place. Shout out Pacific.
You ain't
New
lying.
Zealand sausage, calamari, and the lu. The lu, yeah, that's
That's
Fire.
mandatory. Yeah, that's guaranteed.
Fire.
I mean, that's poly food.
you're right.
I don't know why I don't put Hawaiian food in the same category, even though you are. You know, lunch plate, I put them separate.
It's
that's
different.
Crazy. See, we should talk. That's crazy.
When you say poly food, I don't
I don't
think of that.
either.
I think of like lupulu,
Poly-
palsapi,
Wow.
fish,
Why-
oka.
why is that? Let's
I
go-
don't know.
Because I love Hawaiian
No offense to
food.
Hawaiian
I
food.
love
I
Hawaiian
just
food, too.
I-
Yeah, I love it.
maybe
But polyfood is different.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
they're
you lying.
poly. That's what I'm trying to get with him.
Maybe it's lighter. I don't know.
It's
I don't.
It's like their kava, huh? wait. Sorry.
gonna get Buddha in trouble. All right, go ahead,
Hello.
Go ahead, Mom.
Sorry.
My question is,
Stupid.
what's the next big thing?
you go.
Oh, great question.
Oh man.
What's next for Big Buddha?
I don't know if I can.
Say it?
No. I don't know if there's.
You
such
have
a
to
thing.
answer,
No,
Buddha.
I'll answer. No. I'm just saying I don't know if there's such a thing like that. I have a few irons in the fire I could talk about.
Colorblind.
Hold on. No. That's So that's out there already. So sorry,
I see what you mean. You're
yeah.
right, you're
So
right.
I am working with my nephew Jared Ma'alona. He's the CEO creator of this cool merchandise brand called Colorblind.
Shout out
Stand
Colorblind.
out and blend in.
That's right.
It's exactly what y'all are doing.
Yes, sir.
Y'all are blending in and
thank
you're
you.
standing out.
Appreciate
You know what I'm
it,
saying?
man.
That's exactly you guys are exactly that vibe.
Jared, we about to get y'all on.
Yeah, he's
out
got
to
he's got a
Kezo.
crazy story too. He's got some inspiring stuff. But I'm working with two guys who are cool, dear friends of mine, John Apsey and Ron Duncombe. So John Apsey was the original Jazz Bear, Hall of Famer. He was the guy behind the mask. And Ron Duncombe was the original monster truck tracker for Maverick. He drove the truck,
damn.
and he was the guy that did the commercials. He got replaced by another guy who had a beard called Nitro, but he was the first guy with the blonde.
original.
Got you.
So we all did stuff together. We kind of helped out each other throughout my career at Fox. You know, the Bear would call me if he needed. I'm so used to calling him Bear because we have to hide his identity. John would call me if he needed something, or I would call him, "Hey man, I need a fire extinguisher, or I need a slingshot," and because he had all those things. And Ron had a monster truck, so I'm like, "Bro, I need your monster truck." You know, those are my homies.
Okay.
They pulled me through some shows when nobody else would answer their phone.
Wow.
So anyway, so long story short, fast forward our careers. I'm still working, but these guys are kind of like in semi-retirement. So John still helps out a lot of the NBA and the NFL, Major League mascots. He's still in that realm. Like he's with those circles. He's got some really big thing happening. Anyway, so he's still with them, and we got together and just started shooting the breeze, and we got approached by this company. It's called Pretty Show. That's the extent that I can really talk about it, but it is a new rental platform that anybody can use to rent their stuff. For example, let's say you guys are going on vacation for 2 weeks and you wanted to make some money. You could rent out your audio equipment. They come and pick it up. Everything's safe. You'll know you'll know who is renting your stuff. Not like Craigslist or KSL where you don't know who's coming until you're there.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing with this platform. It's all security verified before you actually go out
That's
and
dope.
before money's
That's tight,
exchanged.
yeah.
So the security thing was the biggest thing. So anyway, they approached us and they wanted us to kind of serve as the face and the name and the PR side. So we're working on a deal with some equity and stuff like that. But it's supposed to be, it's a crazy deal. But I'm so happy to be part of it because it can allow our moms and dads to be entrepreneurs. They can be their own rental agents.
Wow.
Let's say they have a kumete that's just sitting there.
That's right.
You can rent it out. And you can block out dates that you don't want people to use it. If you have an electric bike, anything. I'm going to go to class and my bike is here. Anybody wants to rent it from this hour to this hour because I'll be in class.
You can do that?
It's $75.
Dang, I was about to
Or
ask you about.
$50.
I was about to ask you about prices.
You can, but $75 an hour is the going rate.
Wow. I never
Anything.
thought of that.
If you got, that
that's
Vilo
tight.
Vilo chicken thing,
Yeah.
if somebody wanted the rent, you can rent that
they always
out.
wanna rent
And you
those.
don't have to do anything but put it on this site and say, hey, this is X amount for hour. They meet up, everything's secure location, drop off, pick up, all of that.
What's the site?
It's called Pretty Show. So it's not active yet.
Hey, be on the lookout.
It's coming. I would say maybe 1 more month. All the paperwork's done. Lawyers are active right now.
Look at you, bro.
Yeah, so
that's a dope
Hey,
thing. That's a
Pretty
dope
show.
thing coming.
That's
Yeah.
tight.
All right.
Appreciate it.
I like that.
But it's gonna make okay. Here's the other. I gotta mention this because so on these sites everybody has fees. You guys know this. Credit cards have
That's
fees
right.
and all that.
You gotta pay something.
We're taking one of the fees that would normally come to us, a surcharge, whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna take that when you make the purchase. Instead of that fee coming to us, we're going to send that fee to a nonprofit in your name. It was going to come to us. But now we're donating in your name. So now you're a philanthropist without
snap.
even doing anything. So it's automatic. It's automatic.
Buddha,
What made you
y'all
wanna go
on-
that
y'all
way,
on a
Buddha?
different game
That
with
was their
this.
thing. They wrote I know.
That's smart, dude.
Now think about it. If you have a nonprofit for Tonga,
That's right.
or for anything, or for Maui, all you got to do is do whatever you're doing. Hey, we're going on vacation. We're going to rent an Airbnb. We want to rent it from this site so that these guys get credit for the nonprofit. That's how we're trying to do it. And again, we're making money, but the way because people are like, oh, you guys are so nice, and no, we want to make money.
making money.
The truth is, we're taking a fee, and I don't know it, but the lawyers know how to do it. It's all in the paperwork. That fee that was going to come to us, however much it was, is now going to go to whatever charity you choose because you're making the rental in your name without you even knowing it. automatic. Because you didn't know if he was coming to me.
Right.
Game, bro.
So what do you care?
That's right.
You don't even care.
You don't care.
But now
because it was part of it.
That's
But
right.
now, so
It's under your neck. That is
now
smart,
you're
bro.
giving back
That's-
by doing Airbnb, renting cars. You can rent your bike, anything.
Pretty.
Uh-oh.
Pretty
Y'all-
shell. Pretty shell.
Pretty shell. Watch out, y'all.
All the pretty shells walk like this. Oh, sorry. But that's what I'm working on. That's the thing.
Hey, thank you for
cool.
sharing that with us,
for
man.
real.
I really want you guys to be involved with this thing I'm doing with the NFL alumni. Marlon Greenwood, he just picked me up to MC his free football camps. He's the only NFL guy doing free football camps.
Are you serious?
He played 5 years at Miami, then got traded to the Houston Texans and played 5 years there. So he's not like a really flashy, but he's solid numbers. He played in the league, and he's doing something in the community. So
right there.
he was the one that did the free football camp over here at West.
I seen that.
Yeah, that was
That's
him.
right.
So he's doing these things called the huddle up. You guys got to come to these things. Basically, the way they explained it to me is they have all these alumni NFL guys, right? The huddle up is a way to vet out businesses that they can be part of. So if you had a dream about having an NFL guy as a face of your company, the alumni realizes that they can come and find a mom and pop store. I love, that's
dope.
where they're really bridging the gap. So that's going to happen
start-
next
right,
month.
we're gonna
It'll
start
happen
it.
once a
Thank
month.
you.
We're gonna
But
have
that's
to come
where
in
you
there.
guys come. Look, that's where you guys will come, and that's where you get your sponsors. That where you can network with people who are looking for the stuff that you guys got.
Man, we on
Hey.
that. Thank you, Buddha,
You
for
know?
doing that.
You
man.
ain't lying.
Putting us
Cousin,
on
that's your
game.
question, cousin.
Okay, one question, huh? All right, let me just ask you this. What's the one most specific thing of your culture that shaped your identity?
I will say it's probably, I don't know if it's a culture. Well, it is a culture thing because a lot of Tongan Polynesian men and women suffered under the hands of their parent. And because of that, I had this chip on my shoulder that I could do anything. Because what you gonna do?
Yeah,
I said I went to school the next day.
Yeah.
This dude beat me up, and I went to school the next day. I had
and you
scars.
grounded.
I said I made my own breakfast, and I said I went to school the next day.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that. I like
So I don't, and so I believe that is. I don't know if this current generation has that gift.
That's true, man.
Of
We
having
talk
that
about
aggressiveness.
That's right.
And it's such a touchy subject, right? When you call the kids out or you say that they're soft, and again, according to our standards, not that you are soft. We're just when I say soft, I'm just going off of my standard
know.
on what I know, our upbringing.
That's right.
There you go.
Right, like grandkids. I feel like they're raising kids like their grandkids.
No, you're right.
That's kind of like my feeling to that, right? I've adopted what they said on pardon the interruption. I couldn't remember what they were talking about, but they had said something like, nowadays you got to teach kids how to do dangerous things safely. That's how you get that that feeling that we had as kids, like, oh, I'm gonna try it. I don't give.
Yeah.
They've lost that in this
don't do that no
generation,
more.
and that's what they said. They said the way you get it back is you allow your kids to do dangerous things safely. Zip line. That feeling that skydiving, something like that.
Jumping off the bridge in the water, some stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And that hit me like a ton of bricks
Well,
because.
that just fucked me up.
But think about it.
That's another
Because
combo
that's
right
how
there.
we were as
Right,
kids.
that's right.
Naturally.
I'm gonna walk to the store. My mom said, "Don't walk to the store."
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, the kids don't do it these days. They don't do that.
Ooh, I love that.
They're Uber.
We were just talking about
I ain't going
this.
to the store. I'm gonna just DoorDash.
Hey, do you think it's because of us as parents now, or what do you think, Buddha?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
We want the conveniences. We want things easy for our kids, and not realizing that
It makes
there's a
them
price to pay. You got to kill the person you are in order to become the person you are.
Hey.
Price to pay, cousin.
For doing it that
No,
way.
you got to kill the person you are in order to become the person you want to be. Does that
I
make
got what you're
sense?
saying.
You understand
Buddha.
that?
You mother.
Yeah, dang, Buddha dropping gems all over this episode, y'all.
appreciate
I'm just
you, Buddha.
repeating stuff that people have said to me. Again, like what
But
you
it
guys.
makes sense.
It makes sense.
Here's where
It
we are.
makes
Let's
sense.
just keep this real. You guys are doing a local podcast. What we want is we want it to go national. We want sponsorships. We want syndication, right?
That's right.
Right. That doesn't happen unless what?
You break a few rules.
Unless
get
you
a
do
little
it.
messy.
You
do
gotta
it.
do it. You gotta do it authentically too. The way y'all are doing it. You gotta own your
Come
stuff.
on.
Hear that?
Yes, sir.
If I know there's this big thing about people, you can't do that. That's not Tongan.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
don't do that. That's not Polynesian.
Yeah.
My belief is just by the pure fact of you guys being Samoan, being Tongan, when you do something, that's Tongan. I just picked that up the Tongan way. I just picked it up the Samoan way. Just by you being Samoan and Tongan, it is Samoan. It is Tongan. What did Bruce Lee say? Be water. Huh?
Yup.
That's
Be
us.
water, my friends.
No.
Oh, you're gonna miss.
We were living
all the
heavenly glory. Hey! Listen to this. He said that, but listen to this. That's us. How many times have you showed up at a job site that you got interviewed and they say, have you worked on this new model? Shit, that's the old model to me. Walk out the door. Somebody give me the handbook. God damn it. I got to figure out how many times. How many times?
All the time.
We do that all the time. That's what I'm saying. Bruce
fly.
Lee may have said it, but we were living it.
You went live.
We were living it.
You went.
Do you know how to do this? I know, man. This is the old version. I got this. Soon as he leaves, Google. Oh, how do you press A, reset?
Do this. Yep.
That's just the way
That's
my peoples
normal.
are, right? That's the way our peoples are. You see what I'm saying?
I thought we was the only
That's
one.
what I'm saying. That's us.
Big
That
facts.
is us.
Big
That's
facts.
our shit.
Because we will figure it out. Because we don't want to be mom.
No, you ain't lying.
I don't want this guy to know that I
That's
don't know how to
right.
do it.
That's
I'm
right.
going when he comes
I'll
back.
figure it out.
Qua professor me out. Qua professor me out. That's my people.
What? You think I couldn't do it?
I own that. We own that. You know what? And one of these days, I want to see that on a sitcom. I want to see people. So we go, that's us. Oh, hell yeah. Get it, Shone. Get it, Shone. Read that manual. You know? Because
Hey.
that's us.
That's love, Buddha. Yeah.
We'll go
Hell
one more
yeah.
round. My question would be to you, Buddha, would be, what would you tell a poly kid out there that's thinking in their mind, just like how we were like, what Buddha can do, we can do it. Like that, they're watching somebody right now that says, I want to be on the news. I want to be on,
The
be
radio.
on the news for a different reason, not because you're.
Wow, I got to bring a beer run.
High speed chase.
Gosh.
But
Oh.
like, what would be advice that Buddha can give our, especially
To
the
that
poly
kid.
kids? Yeah,
You
man,
know, I
to
wanna-
motivate them.
I want to frame it in the framework of Koku High School. If you know anything about Koku High School, I'm not saying a fan or whatever, but just to me, they were like a mini Sparta. Check this out. I know coaches that were there, and I remember them saying stuff like this to the young men who are on the field. Ain't nobody better than y'all. Nobody stands a chance on this. They made them believe it was like that. It was like that. That's the thing that I just. So again, what I would tell to the Polynesian young man and young lady, it's already in you. You already have it.
Walk with your head.
Walk
high,
with your head up. You got it. You just got to
gonna do it.
figure out how to do it. But you got it.
You got it.
You already got it.
We was talking about that, huh, so, man?
You already got
It's
it,
already
man.
in us, man.
It's already in us. And again, we shouldn't get caught up on that. Is that Samoan? Oh, they're doing podcasts. That's not Polynesian. No, again,
Yeah.
just by you walking and you're Samoan and Tongan, that's how Samoans walk. That's how Tongans walk.
like that, cousin.
Because
Hell yeah.
you are Samoan. You're Tongan.
That's right.
You're Pacific Islander.
That's
Own
right.
it.
Hey, that's dope.
Own it.
And
That's
we're
some good
culturally
info.
rooted. That's why.
Uh-huh.
In our culture.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead, Superman. Let's go one more.
One more.
Use cousin.
Your greatest achievement.
Oh, great question.
Gosh, man, why y'all gotta hit me with church questions? Gosh.
So
It doesn't have to be.
This guy said we're not at church, but they asking me like church
Joseph
questions,
Smith
man. Like,
It's Sunday.
yeah. What all the comments if I don't see my kids. All the comments if I don't see I got married in the temple. I mean, I just like y'all just send the brother up. Set up. There's some setup over here. There's too many to just put everything into one basket.
Not one stands out.
Let me
than the other?
let me just say this. Glory to God. Without God, I have nothing. Thank you for blessing me with great parents who allowed me to be a kid who was a little awkward, just a little different. I was just always different from everybody else. But my parents, saw that and let me kind of be in my own skin. If I had to tell you one thing, if I'm going to pick one thing to plant my flag on the hill that I'm going to die on, it'll probably be being a father. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna take it back to what we told nephew earlier. If parents, this is my true belief. If you raise your kids, you can spoil your grandkids. And right now, I'm enjoying the best time of my life, in enjoying my grandkids. And it's because I think I did a pretty good job with my kids.
Amen.
And that's that's kind of where I fall on that, you know.
Wow.
So just
That's very powerful.
but being a father, just being able to affect the change of somebody's life, it's a real thing. I have so you know, my 5 kids being successful, just paying taxes, you know, getting a house, you know, just things like that. Just that they're actually being adulthood.
Adults.
That my kids have made it to adulthood, and I just kind of put it all into being a father.
That's blessings,
You know,
Hey,
and not and. Oh man, I got you know, I was like my dad for many years. I was abusive. I was heavy-handed, and what made you change? It wasn't an epiphany. You know, my wife threatened me with divorce and alimony.
That too.
You know, but let's just be honest. You know, and it doesn't. It takes for somebody to gut check you for you to realize something's going on, and that's when I went and got therapy and got couple counseling and all that.
Okay.
And I'm not fixed. Ain't nobody
That's
ever
real
gets
talk.
fixed.
That's real talk.
Hey,
You just
no
have
one's
coping
perfect.
mechanisms.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
man.
I'm sorry, kava, herbs, those are all my coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
If it comes from the earth
Yeah.
and I could use it,
That's
and the
right.
church says it's okay, wink,
Healing.
wink, I'm
We
gonna
in it.
use it.
Healing.
That's all I'm saying.
Healing.
I still go
Let's
to
go.
church, mom.
Yeah, there's like a saying that like I heard that said it was a kid that asked his dad and said, what is the greatest thing about having a kid? And the dad says, watching them grow up, right? And then the kid says, what's the worst thing about having kids? And he said the same.
Watching them grow.
He looks at them and
Yeah.
cries and says, watching them grow. So it's like
Yeah.
like how you talking about being a dad, like we're all dads up here, man. And right now we all live different lives, but man, one thing we do have in common, man, is the love we have and just watching our
Yeah.
kids grow
Yeah.
up, man. You know what I mean?
I can't wait for you guys to experience the stuff that I've experienced. Obviously, we have years that separate us. When my first daughter got married, I felt some kind of way, like, you know,
That's a
I
special
knew
moment.
I knew what was happening, and I understood, you know, the process of life and how people got to get married. But here I was, this grown man, getting low key jealous. Not in that way that this fool is
No,
going to come in my house and take my
love.
most precious
feel you,
thing from me,
man.
and I'm smiling
And you
about
gotta
this
be
shit.
happy
I gotta
about
be
it.
happy
I
about
gotta be happy about this.
You mother.
You know, yeah. So you know what I mean. So, but there's I just I felt that.
another type of feeling.
And I
right
have
there.
I had to come to grips with that, and every father must go through that, you know.
Yeah,
And then we make up bullshit stuff like I didn't lose a daughter, I gained a son.
Nah.
You lost your
lost your
daughter.
daughter.
You lost your daughter.
You lost
guy.
your daughter.
So
You
the
just
best thing
saying that.
Yeah. So the best thing to do is try to have a relationship with your son-in-law. You know, because that's the man she loves. That's the man she's
Protecting
sleeping
your
with. Let's just be
daughter.
honest. That's the man that my daughter's sleeping with. So he has her ear. Do you know what I'm saying? So if I'm mean to my son-in-law and I'm not good to him, I don't care how close your relationship with your daughter is.
It's gonna rub off bad.
It's gonna affect it somehow.
Yeah.
Something's gonna come
No matter
loose.
if you're the dad.
No matter what.
Ooh,
You
that's
know?
some good advice.
You know, so
right
don't
there.
feel buckle, Dad. Let the daughters
Yeah.
sleep their feet.
Shit, I know,
Yeah.
man.
You already have your
Hey.
fun, okay?
Be friends with the son-in-law.
How many cover times you go? All right, sorry.
Okay,
There's
one
a-
more.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, last one, cousin.
All right, Buddha. If you had an hour to be with anybody, sit in a room with anybody, dead or alive, who you choosing to sit down and talk to for an hour?
Wow, God.
Anybody.
Did you fight Kava before you came here? You know, like fight Kava questions, man.
I mean, maybe something else. but
For an hour,
for
huh?
an hour.
Or
anybody.
a day.
Nope, nope.
it's an
1 hour.
An hour. 1 hour. If is this like the last hour of my life, or just?
No, you can get them right now.
Yeah.
You can pick anybody through your whole life or anybody you want.
Anybody in history.
And you said
anybody.
this is who I want to talk to for this hour.
Your future
Actually,
grandchild.
I would love to talk to my my grandfather's brother, because there's this story.
Okay.
There's this story. So my grandfather is older than his brother.
Okay.
He's next in line to get the 3 titles. Tolefoa, of course I'm gonna go blank. Alapapa and Teo. I think those were the 3 titles. And my great grandfather, he was the premier chief. He was also the LMS preacher. Okay. So you know, he has everybody. He has respect and he has that. So I read my grandfather's journal. They're at this meeting where they're going to pass the titles on to the next heir, which is my grandfather. Now, this is the time when my grandfather found God and he's in the church, and those things aren't important to him, right? So he's having this conversation with his dad, my great grandfather, and my grandfather says to him, "Those things are unimportant to me. I don't want that." So now my great-grandfather is upset.
Yeah.
He's not happy with the answer my grandfather gave him. He turns over and he sees his other son.
Yeah.
He has no chance. He has no chance. So my grandfather says to him, Samoan, hey, Tale. He's asking him to go get him a light so he can light his cigar. Tale, alamay Shafi. He runs in front of my great-grandfather and falls to his knees and worships him. Thank you. I will take it. Thank you. Thank you for the titles. I will take them. Because he heard what just happened.
Oh, but
he heard what just happened.
I'm gonna go get him.
He hijacked the situation. Now my great-grandfather's like, wait, what? Everybody's looking at me.
Yeah.
I thought it was some smoke. What happened?
Give him.
Hijacked it and gave it to him. Yeah. So that's who I want to talk to. Why you do that? That's what I want to ask him.
Damn.
Why you do that? See, I didn't even see the name of my uncle. I'm just leaving it like that. Everybody knows the story. It was in my grandfather's journal.
Hey,
He got all 3 titles.
Teo family, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all better ask somebody something.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Y'all better ask somebody something.
Wow. I was going to ask Manti to come on, but not anymore. Sorry,
Shout out
nephew. Sorry, nephew.
Hey, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's a crazy
No, he
story.
lives in town. He might come on. He's a good story to talk to. Anyway, that's really
That's a crazy story.
yeah. That's who I want to talk to. Just because, how did you have the balls to you know what I mean? That's some
Not even
gangster.
And then to get it?
and to get it.
Hey, and what? The other guy wasn't mad. He was just like, "Why didn't
No,
want it?"
my grandfather didn't want it. He
Yeah.
was about church. You know, he found Jesus. He was like, who's boys? I mean, he found. You know, that was him.
Hey, that sounds like the white boys right there.
Hey,
But yeah, so again, to answer your question, I would want to talk to my great uncle, my grand uncle, because I want to find out what made you do that. Did you plan like something gonna happen? Because the way my grandfather tells the story in his journal, this dude's sitting like this, like double Dutch, like he's like
he's waiting.
with my chance. So when the old man called him, he was calling him to go get his light.
Right, he was like,
"No, this nigga took a chance.
Father,
Took a
please.
chance."
"Hey." All right, so
That's crazy.
first of all, thank you, Buddha, for coming on our show, man. You have blessed us with a lot of things we didn't know. But first of all, like I said, we just wanted to give you your flowers, man, and appreciate you for coming on Culturally Rooted, man, and shouting us out, man. Like, real talk, man. Like, that's love, man. Like, we've been talking about that since day one. Like, man, Buddha, you didn't have to do all that.
No ego,
You
bro.
didn't have to do
Come
this.
on,
You didn't
man.
have to do this,
No
man,
ego.
but, you know what I mean? We appreciate you for being here.
Hey, but real talk, yeah, real fast. Just shout out to Buddha again, man. If y'all grew up in Utah, there's no way you don't know the name Big Buddha. And it don't matter if you're black, if you're Mexican, if you're poly, whatever. Everybody know Big Buddha. So just appreciate you taking the time to be here with us and being the example, bro. Letting us know that we could do shit that you're doing, man.
You've been doing it.
We actually, exactly what he was saying is that when we started this, it was just outside we were talking about. And the exact same thing that you were talking about, how, you're our Spike Lee.
Hey, talk that shit though. Real
Yes,
talk though,
sir.
man.
So
Yes,
you were one of our guys that we wanted to get on here,
Yeah, man.
definitely. And so this is a very
You joking around with us, man, means a
accomplishment.
lot, man.
So
For real, for real.
Appreciate
we
you, man.
appreciate you.
Well, let me.
Yeah.
I just would like to say something to everybody listening. Fai wei se upu po se kala wa sasi I ko whaafonga po ko whaalongo ia alofa ia mua lava vau o ka mawhai lava ngai uso ia mana unei ngaka ia whai pa iwi se me wao ngā ia whafkai wei se ai mo ka ko mo reso ka au. My brothers and sisters, I just said in Samoan, if there is a word or a phrase or something that we said that doesn't sit well with you, just know that it was in the spirit of entertainment and in fun, and it is our truth. We are not here to diss anybody, but this is the way we talk. This is the way we are. You would know if you want to come and sit down and talk to us face to face. This is how we are. So I just wanted to just say that this is not in malice. This is not harm. Because if nobody tells our stories, who else is going to do it? So I'm so proud of you guys for having this platform and making sure that young Polynesians know that they can do it too. You know, with a little help of some Mexicans. Because our Latino brothers, I'm just saying, we're all working together.
No,
I don't
that's
mean
right.
that as a
We're
diss.
the
I
same-
mean
we're
that
the
for
same,
love.
man.
Yes,
Real
sir.
talk though.
Love. So I don't know who does help. Who do you guys help with the production? Is there a production name?
Oh, it's just Mo.
It's just Mo.
Just
Shout
Mo.
out
Yeah,
Mo.
Mo.
Yeah,
Yeah, just Mo. That's
we
what I
should
mean.
Shout
Yeah.
out
Mo
Mo,
does
man.
everything.
Lab Junkies.
Yep.
That's who's
Check
behind
him
the
out.
camera. Hey, we're gonna have him on the show, so don't even worry about it. But yeah, man. Hey, thank you, Buddha, man. Thank you for saying that too. And he's 100% right, man. We're just here to tell our story, man. We're not here to hurt nobody's feelings. We're not here to make up stories. We're just telling it the way we kind of know it and stuff like that. But again, man, thank you, man. And yeah, we out this hoe.
Yeah.